He always misses out one. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to
The Madhouse.
welcome to the Madhouse. Welcome to the Asylum, which is aptly named. It's welcome to Stout Sturdy, our weekly D&D session. Okay, that's good.
Oh crap! Hang on. Can we start again?
Let's roll it back. Hang on, count me down again. It's fine.
Take two.
Yeah. Good evening, Harold Sparhawk. Welcome once again. Yes, we're not too bad for time this time.
Why do you always, when you start this, you always end up sounding like you've got a sock over the microphone?
I don't know.
It's weird.
Was it not like that 2 minutes ago?
No. It didn't sound like it. Unless it's just, is it just me? Is it just me?
Because it is.
I think you're going mad.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe. All right, carry on. Sorry.
I probably look like I'm going mad because I'm the only one on the screen, I think, at the moment. So just talking to myself. It's fine. It's okay, guys. It's all under control. This is what D&D is all about. Just make it up as you go along. So yes, thank you all for joining us. We are still on the first adventure in the Red Brand hideout. As I said, we're all new to this, so we're all still learning. Probably most of you know that because you keep turning up. I don't know why, but we appreciate your support. So thanks for that. Otherwise,
we're still alive.
No one's died yet. So yeah, that's the way it is.
Almost.
We will continue in just a bit from where we left off last time. I think we've got a full house again, which is good. I have taken on a project over the next month, so I don't know how the D&D is going to go. We'll have to see how that happens. Depends on how much work I have to do. But I'll let you guys know if things change, but hopefully you can still run the game. But we'll have to see. It just depends on how much planning I need to do. If you guys don't leave, if you just take all day moving from room to room, it will probably be fine. Because I don't have to plan anything. But other than that, that's good. So, without further ado, last week on the Red Brand hideout clear-out, the group were gathered within Glassstaff's office, where they found out that Glassstaff actually managed to escape. He left a scribbled note behind saying that he was being given instructions by someone who signed the note by the name of the Black Spider, or at least there was just a symbol of the Black Spider. They decided to... They didn't give chase because they took quite a while to actually get into this office and find he was missing. But Bryn decided to scout out ahead to see if he can find where perhaps Glassstaff had gone off to. After a few minutes exploring, he was confronted by the Nothic, who stood by and let him pass. And Bryn explored a little bit further and managed to find his way through the cave and find a secret entrance back to the front end of the cellars down at the bottom of the Red Brand hideout. Once there, Drake got a little bit impatient and decided to follow, find out what happened to him. So he followed. Unfortunately for him, the Nothic was less pleased with seeing him and decided to give chase and try and attack him. On this occasion, Drake ran back to the others, and the Nothic then went for Bryn. After badly trying to attack Bryn and missing a lot of times, the Nothic finally met his doom after both the Baron and Thalin just ripped him apart, and he was left for dead. So the rest of the group managed to catch up, and nobody died apart from the Nothic. Poor Nothic, just take a little moment for that. They continued round into the front entrance of the basement, where they found three Red Brand guards just in their barracks, posing, or at least knocking on the door, pretending to be one of the Red Guards. Bryn opened the door and managed to get his way in, where Thalin and Bryn then charged in killed 2 of the red brands and interrogated the third. After a short interrogation, they realized that the one they were talking to was Ardent Nailer, who actually had set up an assassination on both Baron and Merrily and Bryn, and ordered for them to get killed. So Revenge, after a little bit of discussion, he didn't really try and make his way out of there. I'm gonna kill you. He he answered their questions, but not well enough, and therefore Merrily decided to do a flaming bitch slap across his face, while I think Bryn poked the rapier down through to his chest and his heart and killed him. I think you just basically tag teamed him, didn't you, or something? Did Bryn stab him as well, or was it
I thought it was Marilyn, and I was there, and just in case, but I think Baron and mainly Merrily did the death.
No,
Baron hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
To the nether regions, exactly.
Yeah. Just as you do. And that finished him off. And that is, because it got quite late, that is actually where we left it off. So the group were gathered inside the barracks. They rummaged through the dead bodies as they like to do. Gathered what loot they could. And this is now where we join them.
One thing that I'd like to check before we move on. You had said when we entered the room that we caught them, well, they were up and awake, but they had been sleeping, so they were outside of their armor. I'd like to check and see if any of these 3 guys had some studded leather that I might be able to use.
You can check.
You hear from the swimming pool. If you fit in my size, I got studded leather.
I don't think I could squeeze into that.
Leather.
Have you changed the scene over?
If you got studded leather, Drake, I could probably pick you up and use you as a spanking device.
No, I've got it. I'm not wearing it. I don't need it.
Well, if we did wear it, we could.
It's for wearing, not for spanking.
That these red brands had was all just standard leather.
Okay, no worries. Just thought I'd check.
Just check again, but I think it was.
You can use my scales. I'm quite scaly. You can smack them with my scales.
Do you shed?
Not as far as I know.
So, what would you guys like to do?
You hope not.
Are you like a shark? If I run my hands one way, it's smooth, but if I go the other way,
it's more like a lizard.
Can't believe last time we had decided not to rest.
Yes, we had.
Because it's so late in the night.
Everyone was okay, weren't they, Bryn?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think there was.
And we have prisoners to find.
What can cause problems with?
Have we searched through all these stacks of crates?
Yes. If
Just
you watched
food.
last week, you would have seen we had discovered that it was all food and everything.
Yeah.
Was fine.
Yeah.
But Joe knows that already, though, don't you, Joe?
Of course. I might have had a lapse of memory at that point.
Because she
One less healing.
I think she was a little bit sick last week. She sounded funny.
No, she sounded fine to me.
Okay, listen, at this point, I'm still curious about the statue, so I start poking where the eyes are and putting on the ears, checking for these levers or something. So I'm putting and poking everything. There's got to be something with the statue.
So you keep poking and prodding. Roll. Oh shit! Can you pass me the blue folder?
Can we get
roll for?
Can we get his finger stuck, please?
What would that be? Roll for a strength check.
Oh gosh, this is the thing. I think I've got like -1 on.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's strength. I've got.
Let me give you guidance.
Well, I'm too far away. 18 is 17.
Okay. So you as you're prodding at the statue, you put your fingers in the eye sockets of this statue, and your finger like starts catching as you push it in, and you pull it out, and you kind of get stuck. But as you pull, you manage to give a big tug, and then your finger comes back out again, almost stuck.
Okay. Start mumbling with myself.
The statue is an ordinary statue. It's been rigged up to make it look, because it's an expensive manor. Basically, the statue's been rigged up to look like it's a system that just collects water from above when it rains. So the tank goes down and out into the urn that she's holding. So basically, this statue is just an ornate way of having the system fill up without it looking ugly.
Do you know what I find interesting, Drake, is that no matter the species, no matter the size, but men always seem to feel the need to put things in holes.
How about these vases? Is there anything interesting about the vases?
They're just a collection of food and drink. It's been there in a couple of decorative ones, but nothing too massive of note to take attention to.
Done swimming, getting out.
Let's go, shall we?
Let's go then.
Where?
Trivion, guys. To infinity and beyond. I mean, let's go up the stairs and see what's up there, shall we? Looks pretty tempting.
I'd like to sneak.
So
up
if
the
you remember,
stairs.
in this room, you have two stairs that go up by about 5 foot up to another higher platform, which just overlooks the room. Underneath the platform to the north, you see that there's another door. So not up the stairs, but actually underneath. Above, you see big double main doors, which look like the way into the building.
Shall we split it up into two parties, perhaps? One team goes underneath, the one team goes on top, just to see, and then we could, I don't know. I mean, I'm just, call if we need anything urgently. I don't know. Oh, should we all stick together? I mean, it's quite a.
Do we know the door is closed upstairs? Or that
no,
there is a door?
I believe, didn't Bryn go upstairs? Did you go upstairs, Bryn? And check out? No, you didn't.
So both of them have doors closed.
No, I think it'd be best if we stayed all on one level and all together at this point.
Stay together. Let's check at the bottom.
Okay. Let's check the bottom.
Okay, I agree. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Less in agreement for fear of people coming down the stairs behind us, but that's just.
If you want to, you can stay behind and just watch the stairs, and if something comes down, you can holler at us.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Run away.
I'll bring up the rear safe thing, and then I'll join you as you.
So it's a good idea, so somebody doesn't sneak up on us.
Yeah, it's only two people that can fit next to each other going up the stairs.
Like the sneak ahead and stuff, like I've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bryn, you're going first.
Yes, sir.
And Baron, you said you can take up the rear.
I always, well, depends on the mood, really. But today, I think I'll definitely take the rear.
Okay.
I always knew you were a bum.
Oh.
Wow.
Stick to the stealth, Bryn.
So are you just walking through, or?
I said I was stealthing ahead,
Okay.
like I was doing earlier.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to run into.
I'm just sticking with Rissius because
I'll go next.
That wasn't the question.
I'm a stealthy.
Roll. Can you all roll stealth checks, then, please?
All right.
Something the Baron is really good at.
That doesn't sound
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Big numbers so far.
1, 2, 3, 4,
11.
12.
10.
19.
20.
14.
14.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's okay.
You're rolling 2 dice, Bryn.
No, the one is my modifier.
20.
You talking to me or you're talking to him? Okay.
I see.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 plus 7.
No problem.
I rolled
Right,
a
okay,
12,
so as Bryn, I presume you're going to kind of push forward first in front of them. So you creep forward into the next room. You slightly push open the door. It just gives. It's not locked or anything. As you peer through, you notice that you're now in a lit once again, the lights are all the lanterns are all on the wall, fully lit. You notice that you're in a thick, a wide corridor that's covered in thick dust that covers the flagstone floors, and it's just a rather somber sort of hallway. The walls are decorated in faux columns every 10 feet along, and to the west end of the hall you notice a big set of double doors sheathed in like a copper plate, which is now tarnished green through age. And you can just see just about, what did you, can you roll perception for me, please?
Okay. Let's see. 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay, so on the door in the far west side, you notice sort of like a relief carving on it, and it looks of a mournful angel upon the doors.
Okay.
Did we just lose someone?
You said that there was a good bit of dust in here, and you said it was well lit by torches, or?
Yeah.
Do I discern a path of travel through the dust, like there may be avoiding a certain area around the rug or through the rug, or anything that I can see?
The floors just got footprints and everything through it all over the whole thing. It's more like the walls and where the columns are and everything. It's just dusty. It's just got a sort of a musty kind of smell to it as you're there.
Okay. Then I suppose that I will go to the right side of the corridor and stealth along that hallway, along that wall, excuse me. When I get to the corner where that wall, it kind of opens up, I'll pause and take another really close look at the door and maybe peek around the corner and listen before I do so.
You're going to get to up there?
I go up a little bit further on the right side. I'll check for traps as I go, make sure there's no snares or tripwires. But I'm mindful of where the footsteps are, so I'm fairly confident at this point.
Are you all following him in?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Yes.
When I see the first person come around, I'll put my hand up to hold him back about just right where he is right now. Don't go further than that corner. I just keep the noise down.
I'm sticking to the corner here, peeking around the corner, seeing what he's doing. I'm hidden.
I can't really put you underneath properly, but let's just say you're all kind of in there. Okay, so can you roll for, investigation for me then, please, if you're going to search for traps?
You betcha.
Shh, I'm hiding.
Natural.
Natural 1. Oh, what a shame.
No. I'd be going, oh, if it was.
Okay, so as you come up to the rug in front of you, you notice that all of a sudden the footsteps, although they look like they're all over the place, there's something odd about it. You lean down and pick up the corner of the rug, and as you look underneath, you notice that there's just very thin floorboards have been put across the rug. And there's actually a big 20-foot drop underneath.
Well.
I turn around to face the group. I point at the rug and do this.
It's not just a rug.
I guess it means it's not magic.
And I'll pull back a good corner of the rug so that when they get closer, they can see. But right now, they shouldn't be moving it up, but they should be able to see if they do so.
That would be trap.
That would be a trap. I'm so glad and so thankful that I checked. Otherwise, we'd be having a little kebab right now.
So yeah, you notice that there's a trap set up along the floor. You can see that either side there's also a very thin brick ledges that go either side of the. So you've got the thin wooden board that goes across the middle, and then you've got two thin brick edges that you can go along on either side of the trap as well. But they're very thin.
Thin, but shouldn't pose a problem for myself.
Well, you a bit have to do a dexterity check.
How many feet wide, roughly?
It's 10 feet wide, 10 feet side, and about. It's supposed to be. They've actually made it a little bit big, I think, on here. It's only supposed to be 10 feet across as well. To be honest,
Joe, I wouldn't get too far ahead.
Are you walking up ahead?
Sort of edging forward.
If you're going to go there, you need to roll this dexterity check for me.
Okay.
Or actually, acrobatic check, which is dexterity. Yeah, that is a dexterity check. It's acrobatic.
Can I roll
guidance?
No.
Because you didn't know you were doing it. You were walking up there, and you've been asked that you can't roll guidance on yourself when you didn't know. Did you just get a natural 1?
Oh dear.
As Sophia decides, I'm just going to walk up it. It's fine. I've got this, guys. I've got this. She starts to slide along this tiny little ledge, and as she does so, a foot comes out from behind her, and she falls down.
Is there any chance any of us can save her whilst this is happening?
Spider-Man?
If you do, you can do another. Or either you can do another dexterity save, or
do I have to add anything to it?
I'd say no. She's going to have to do it because none of you were following her up.
No.
So she's going to do a dexterity
How
save.
far?
You would follow her up potentially.
I'm just trying to think how far she is and how far the drop is.
She's like
He said it was a 20-foot drop, and I'm probably about 10 feet away from her at the very least.
I'm not worried about the drop. Those spikes seem bothersome.
Do I have to add any dexterity?
No, this is just a dexterity check save, I think.
Oh.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
How serious is this, by the way, Miss? As a DM,
Fixing to find out.
It's not very. There's so many skulls on the spikes. She can't go in that deep.
What did you roll? 16.
16.
Okay, so
can I add anything?
as you slip, it's okay. You passed it anyway. So as you slip, you start falling down, but you manage to quick reflexes grab hold of the ledge, and you're now hanging feet down onto the edge, just like gripping hold of the edge.
I'll walk
Do you
up
really
and
yell?
It's gonna-
grab her.
It's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Don't worry. Calm down. Fallon's got
Can
you.
I move up to the edge
Oh, my hero.
and
Save me,
slowly
Popeye.
move to where I can reach her and pull her up?
Okay.
I'm not
So you
sure
move
if that's...
forward.
How far along do I have to go?
We'll say she didn't get too far before she started slipping, so I'd say you could probably lean over and reach her.
You got long arms.
And grab hold of her.
Long arm of the orc.
So you just sort of like manage to go, and she's sort of like there screaming, help, grab hold of her, manage to sort of pull her up over the edge. Well, she's quite light, so it wasn't too much.
I'm very slight.
Just throw it to
Just
the
a
other
little. side. I'll move her, while still holding onto her, I'll put her back away from the edge.
Okay. And then take her back.
Yeah. Maybe we should be a bit more careful moving around the edges.
I just nod knowingly.
Big eyes.
Bryn, do you want to move around and see what's in front of us before we cross?
Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing.
I'll move back
Yeah,
and make
I'll
room
move.
for him.
I scurry along the side of the wall.
Are we all going across?
Not yet. Bryn is.
Miserable.
What's that, sorry?
I scurry along the side of this wall that I'm close to. Move forward and listen around the corner.
Can you do an acrobatics check then, please?
All right. You're not gonna believe this.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
You almost like you just look back and shake your head as Josephine almost fell in, and you just sort of like almost skip across. Well, this is no problem. I managed to get to the other side.
Is Bryn's getting all the luck right now. This is unbelievable.
I know.
2 20s in a row.
Magic dice.
I got my first one in months the other day.
Waste those natural 20s. It's fine.
I
Wow.
couldn't weight these dies if I tried. You're on mine.
So,
So
doesn't everybody hate to show off?
Sorry, Joe.
that explains quite a lot, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what the rest of you doing?
Not you.
Okay, I
no.
decide.
All the hate in my direction.
Bryn hasn't given us any signals, so I decide to move up. and give
I'm waiting
cover.
for Miserable to tell me what I see and
Okay.
hear.
Well, from that side, you just see the door clearer. You can see the relief in the copper door of this the morning angel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
I
there's
thought
nothing.
that was an opening there. It's just a.
Oh, is it the
from that
thing
blocker type stuff. I got you.
Oh, hang on.
I got you. I'm sorry.
I didn't realise it was blocking out the picture. If I do that, can you see it?
Don't worry with it. I just know that that's a continuation of the wall now. So
Is that better?
so it looks the same. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Don't worry
Sorry,
about
yeah,
it.
shouldn't do.
It's
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
entry to the right.
It's
I,
just a tool.
No
I
entry to the right.
it'll probably make noise, and at this point, I don't really care. I'd like my party to be safe, so what I'll do is I'll take a piton out and my hammer, and I will nail a piton to the side of the wall. Attach my 50-foot rope to it. Throw the rope to Rythius, tie it to the piton, and then throw the other end of it to Rythius along the way.
Okay.
And or excuse me, Thalon. And I'll toss him a piton too in case they want to secure it on that end, so that they have kind of a handhold to kind of help them come across.
It's like those things in swimming pools where you like go along the side, the bars.
Basically.
I'll just hold the rope.
Do a strength check to see if you can actually bang it into these walls because they're quite thick and solid rock.
Not even through the mortar. Okay, sure. I'm not very
This
stout.
place has been standing a
Is there
while.
anything else to attach it to? What about the door handles?
This gap is only like 10 feet. You do realise that most of you could probably just long jump this. Just saying. But, you know.
You just want to see
Doesn't
us
have
try.
anything.
Okay, I rolled a
Try.
14. And let's see. I don't add anything, so I rolled a 14.
Okay. Let's say as you're trying to bang it in, the thing won't hold in. You keep hitting it, and you almost think you get there, and as soon as you tug on it, it comes back out again.
Okay.
I see all this and just decide to scoot along the wall.
Yeah. Tell them
Close
to
to
come
deck.
across. I'll have the rope ready in case somebody falls.
Okay. So you're going to scoot across. What did you roll?
4
Four.
plus 5 acrobatics, so that's a 9.
So you kind of make it halfway, and as you're sliding along, again you see Bryn do it, think it was nice and easy, and your foot slips out, and you go to fall down.
Catch him.
Crap happens.
A better idea, instead of using a piton, I'll just hold this end of the rope, throw the other end to Thalon, then they can walk along with it and just use us for a little bit to steady themselves.
You tie it to the
Unless
door
someone wants to
handle.
try and catch it, Bryn, can you roll
Let's catch Bryn.
dexterity?
Acrobatics.
Check.
Come on, darling.
What acrobatics?
Acrobatics, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that'll be a 10. 5 plus 5.
So yeah, you fell. So you slip, and as you go, you try and grasp onto the ledge as well, and you just feel your fingers grab over that tiny little ledge, and as you do so, your rest of your body weight hits down, and pulls your fingers off, and you go smack on prone onto the floor, and you take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. I think that's how I roll that. I think I roll that. I think. I don't know.
Okay.
We're going to end up losing our party here.
5 points of damage.
20 feet down. Can we reach down and pull
Yeah,
it
it's
up?
better that you roll it.
Yeah, 5 points of damage.
So what he
Well,
technically landed on was tic tacs.
Yeah.
Okay. They look a little bit sharper in the picture. That's all I'm thinking.
He managed to avoid the spikes, but
Told you, the spikes are so full of skulls, it only goes in a little bit.
Tip, yeah, just the tip goes in. Yeah, I understand.
He is
Just a
small
slight
enough that he could
punch
probably
on him.
fit between them.
Why
It's
don't we
still
all hold hands and skinny along the walls?
Yeah.
No,
Before
Don't worry,
anyone-
I'm at the bottom now. I can catch you when you slip.
A nice girly thing to do.
you could catch him. You're also like, how tall are you? 3.
Okay, I can break your fall when you slip.
And it's a 20-foot drop, so they can just about see you down there. Hello. So what's that?
Bryn had the right idea. Toss a rope across and then 2 people hold onto it while someone shimmies. Oh wait, but the last person's gonna have a problem.
Could it just be one person having to go through the whole problem set up everybody?
Before any of us do anything, I'll just go to the side just to look at the floor to see if there's actually like something slippery causing us to fall down.
Can you roll perception for me, please, or investigation?
Baron sat there with a water gun.
13.
Okay, so as you look at it, it doesn't seem to be. It's just a very thin ledge. There's nothing apparently that's making it slippery at all. You're just not got very athletic group members. But you do, as I said, notice that it's about 10 foot wide, but 10 foot by 10 foot. So it's not.
Artek, you could jump it. You look at Artek.
I can jump, but I've got a rope if we want to get Bryn up. I've got a silk rope here or something we can tie up. We need to get him out.
When we get to the other side, we might be better off getting him out than getting him out.
He wants to do it all again.
We're okay down there.
Again, didn't we?
Can you make it to the other side, Bryn?
I'm fine.
Just weave
Yeah.
between the.
That's a good idea. Are you okay down there?
It takes a bit to get my feet out of the ribs and stuff, but I'm moving through the dead
You said
on
you
my way
broke
to
your ribs.
Bryn, and
Broke his
I'll
ribs.
climb up from a rope that Bryn has over.
Yeah.
On the other
I'll lower
side.
the rope.
He's
Okay.
trying. He needs.
Try
time.
not to walk into spikes, but
Put some skulls
I'm
on the
managing.
spikes.
I'll be there in a minute, pal.
Okay,
Hold
so
on.
what are you guys doing?
I lower the rope to help him up.
Okay.
Marilee's bored of waiting, so she's gonna just try and go. She's given up by this point. She's like, all right, I'm just gonna try it.
Are you jumping or walking?
No, I'm gonna walk.
Okay. Can you roll then a same thing, an acrobatics check, but can you do it with a disadvantage, please? Because you have
Disadvantage.
you have Droop hanging to your skirts at the moment as you try to go across.
This is true. I'd forgotten about Droop. Whoops.
Do I have to go? I don't want to.
I
You
could
can
throw him
stay
across.
here if you like, Droop.
No, I'll come. I'm not
Are
staying
you
with him.
sure? Are
He
you
wants
sure?
to eat me. I'm coming.
Could-
I'm coming.
Could I throw Droop?
Yeah, throw. Yeah, go through.
You could if you wanted to.
Can I, as Marilee's passing, can I grab Droop from her leg and throw him
Okay.
across?
Okay. Okay, so Marilee, you just roll a straight acrobatics check, and Thalin, can you roll a strength check, please?
I'm gonna kill him, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, I got a 17.
Let's hope it's a
Okay,
bad
so
dog
you
breed.
managed to side across as if there's no problem, and you just stand the other side and just sort of go, don't really know what you're all up to. At this point, like, Droop's in your hand, like, get off!
Droop will catch you. We'll catch you.
11.
I hope.
Well,
It's only 10 foot wide though.
11. Okay, so yeah, I'd say because it's 10 foot, you just about manage to. So as he's like wriggling in your hands, almost like holding on. So as you throw, he kind of sticks a little bit, and then you manage to throw him, and his grasp sort of scratches down your hand as he lets go, and sort of like flies across and thumps the other side, just about his legs kind of almost dangling on the other side, and pulls himself back up.
I go and gather him up in my arms and start patting him on the head. It's okay, Droop. It's fine. It's fine. Oh no, I know. It's all right. Don't worry. You're with me now. It's fine. It's like having a small child. I'm dragging a toddler through a dungeon. It's great.
I run up to Tavern and go, that looks like fun. Me next, throw me.
All right.
So who's next?
I am going to throw Drake across as well.
Okay.
I just nearly spat my tea out. I'm sorry.
I move to one of the corners in case it falls on me.
14.
Yay!
Okay. So this time, because he's kind of a bit more aware of it, he kind of pushes off as you throw, so he sort of rocks you and you time it together, and this beautiful sort of synergy as you throw it. And he flies across the air and just manages to land gracefully on the other side.
All you guys hear is wee.
Okay.
Joe, I think you should go next in case I need to.
I think I'm just going to hold on to you as you walk across. That's my plan.
You just climb on his back, Joe.
Climb on his shoulders. I'll climb on Valin's shoulders. Say.
Given this is a small ledge, is Valin actually going to fit on the ledge?
I don't know.
Probably not. But you can try.
How good are you at jumping, Valin?
I wasn't actually going to try and walk. I was going to try and jump, but now she's on my back. I don't know.
Come on.
I'll jump it.
Come on, you can do it.
It's all right. She's not a dwarf. Just toss the elf. It's fine.
You could lower yourself. You could lower yourself down and then go to the edge and hand across.
The elf is fine.
I'll give you some guidance, Valin.
Okay, but
to be fair,
I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump.
Wow.
So, are you giving me guidance? What is guidance?
I'm holding on and I'm giving you guidance. That's
nice.
a 4. What is it? A D4.
Woohoo! You might need to run
I don't even know what the hell you roll for this. Yeah, you will have to roll up for this.
I'm feeling positive. Guidance is flowing.
I mean, technically, without her on your back, you would just do the jump without a check. But
I will
with her on your
take a
back,
Very
I would
light.
say do a.
I am so light. You wouldn't
Is
even
it a
know that I
strength
was
check?
there.
Give me a second.
It's all about aerodynamics.
Try to jump further,
Not
basically.
a thing.
On her shoulders.
Now we know where all the rats has been going.
So if you can do an athletics check with a disadvantage.
How can it be a
But
disadvantage?
I have
having me?
guidance.
And he has guidance.
Which is quite funny coming from a woman because my wife is terrible with direction.
Everyone needs
12?
a woman's guidance.
Yeah, it's 12.
This is
10,
actually-
okay, plus 1.
No, sorry. So I rolled a 10 and a 12, and that's plus 6.
Yeah.
So 16, and then the guidance was 3. So 19.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you kind of just like charge to jump, glide over the 10-foot gap, and clear it easily enough and land the other side.
I knew you could
Everybody
do it.
scatters to the side to avoid getting
Yeah, it
swiped.
kind of bundles through. It takes him a little while to stop on the other side. When he kind of bundles through. You just see this. You just from your side, you just see this freaking half orc with an elf on his back just jump across. It's like, yeah, get out of the way, get out of the way.
So that leaves Arctic.
Just Artex on the other side.
I'll go. I sheath all my bow and my arrows, make sure that everything's secure, and I motion across the wall to the other side.
Okay, can you roll a dexterity acrobatics check, please?
12.
Yeah, okay, so you make it across. You kind of shimmy across without a problem. You almost stumble at one point, then you manage to catch yourself and make it all the way across. Bryn, I would say everybody helps pull you up. So
I was just shouldn't it? I'll stay until the last one in case I got a bandage or do
that was
some
the
medics.
last one.
I'll grab the rope
No.
and haul him up.
Baron's not there yet.
Oh no!
Oh god, yeah. Sorry, I'll put you back
Miz,
down then, yeah.
I'm waiting for Baron.
We can I have a private conversation with you off air without everybody here able to listen just briefly about this
Give me
situation?
a second. Go back into the live channel.
Let me just
It's like these times that I get scared.
I look over at Bryn. I'm like, do you need some healing, buddy? Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm fine.
Good.
I'm okay-ish.
Yeah. This is so we can't cheat, I bet.
I feel 66%.
Look at the concentration. Being sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put his mask on and become a mouse.
Yeah.
He's tricksy and false. I don't trust him.
We do have these
Surprise beholder. Let's all go to the lobby.
And they really look awesome.
Who did we lose?
We
Merrily.
Merrily.
Yeah, Merrily.
Lee. Yeah, she disconnected from the tabletop as well.
Yeah, hold on.
I have some intermission music here somewhere, I think.
Okay, intermission.
Kane and I had the same idea.
Sorry about that, guys. Just making a double check on something.
We needed some intermission music there, Miz. I'll add that to your list.
So you did, but the stream I think could still. Oh no, I couldn't because they're not in the same room as Rithis. That's true. If we just had that it will silence. That's fine.
And just to let you know, we lost Merrily, so
yeah.
Hopefully she'll be back soon.
Oh, the signal died, or
she dropped out of everything.
Sorry, gents. I got a blue screen of death. I'm just reloading everything.
That's all right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm Artex now. Anyway, I made it to the other side.
What?
So yeah, Baron just does a run, and even with his cane, you kind of see him like limp and just jump across.
Yep.
To make the jump.
Beautiful, just graceful. Done.
Who's that?
So you've all managed to finally jump across with only one injury. That's pretty impressive. So you all sort of lean down and pull Bryn up the rope ladder.
Cool.
Rope,
thank you, boys.
So he's a little bit injured, a little bit more. Probably his pride's wounded a bit more than anything else.
Yeah.
There's a bone stuck in his collar.
Shit happens, and then you fall.
So as you now stand on the other side of this pit, by the copper door, the Droop starts tugging on Merrily's sort of rubbing. Don't go in there. Don't do it. Don't, I don't want to go in there. Come on, we could go back and leave now. There's no point going further.
Hi, Droop. What's in there?
You shouldn't walk where the dead lay. Let's go.
Are you saying it's a tomb?
Dead people are buried there, yes. Not where we should be trespassing. Let's go. Leave it. Come on.
We just jumped all the way across it, Droop, and you just got thrown over it. So I'm not going anywhere.
I didn't ask you to throw me.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we throw you back then. Yeah, no, we'll go. We'll carry on.
Maybe we should ask Droop to
throw
go
me back.
first.
Yes, good idea.
Okay. Then I'll make sure you how's your arm? Are you feeling a bit tired? I think your arm's a bit
tired
sore.
at all.
Let me try.
How about this, Droop? How about you can wait here and you can guard the door for us. Make sure nobody comes and sneaks up behind us. You don't have to go in.
Well, he kind of looks behind, looks at the door.
It's either
You
that or
name
I can carry you.
No. I have some dignity left.
Maybe Droop should go first.
What? No.
That actually sounds like a pretty good
Let's
idea. What do you
lead the
think?
way, Droop.
You clearly know
Oh,
more
God.
about
Oh,
this
God.
than I
Fine,
do.
fine. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'll stay here. Oh, God.
Sounds like a good idea.
But if you get into trouble, don't call for Droop. Droop will stay right here.
Dear me, what a win.
Are we sure he's going to stay there if we decide to go in?
We find him outside the door or in the pit. It's not that far apart.
What's the worst? What's the worst? What's the
Is
worst?
he any great loss?
Should we tie him up? Politely.
No.
Whatever my colleagues say, Droop, I think you're a valid and valuable member of the team. And I appreciate you standing here like a little coward protecting our ass.
Yeah. An asshole.
Many times I have been called one of those things. We all
Droop,
have one.
I don't know what it means, but they said it all the time when they were beating me up.
I am thinking, Droop,
Why,
you
thank
might be
you.
the best one to enter that door first.
I don't think so.
Well, don't be so horrible then.
Can I just say we're standing here having a rather loud
Come on then,
conversation?
let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna wake the dead.
I take the opportunity
We'll
to
wake the dead.
As I take the opportunity to examine the doorway, I'm going to look at it for wear marks where people have repeatedly grabbed the same area, and compare it to the rest of the doorway to where it hasn't been grabbed. See if I can find any locks or traps on it.
Do investigation check for me, please.
Thank you. Ooh. 10.
As far as you can tell, it's an old door, but it does look like it's been used a fair amount.
Bryn,
Okay.
if you think it's safe, I can always use my magic hand to open it.
I could too. It's not a bad idea.
What are we waiting for, guys? Because I'm standing really close to the edge here. So can we just move in through this door, please?
Why don't y'all get on one side or the other? That way you're not directly in the door just in case.
Sounds good.
I'll do likewise, and I'll attempt to use my magic hand to open the door, but
Left.
it may not be strong enough because it can only pull 10 pounds worth.
So as your magic hand kind of twists the handle and shakes it, the door just rattles.
So it's locked.
It's locked, yeah.
Well, is there a lock that I can see to pick?
Fallon, is it locked for you as well?
I can't hear you, Miz. What did you say?
Yes, there's just a normal keyhole.
Okay. When I investigated it, I was looking for that. I'd like to pick the lock then with my mage hand.
Okay.
Didn't we pick up a key somewhere?
No, we did pick up a key.
You did.
Who has the key?
I might
We'll
have
try
a
the
key.
key then.
I might have a key.
I recall some key at some stage.
Okay, we try the key.
Let's put stuff in my bag. Yeah, hold on. I did pick up the key, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Someone had a key.
Yeah, let's use the key then.
With the magic hand.
Well, provided it opens this door.
It was the silver key, wasn't it?
If you have
you found the key in the last room you was in.
Iron key.
If you aren't Miz or aren't actively doing something, y'all get y'all's hands out of the way so it looks better on screen. Talking about the hands on the tabletop. Purple hand.
Oh.
Joe. Take your hand on screen. There you go.
Okay, so you're using the key on the door. Is that what?
Yeah, I'll use the iron key on the door, but I won't open it.
So
I'll
you
just unlock it.
You put the key in the door and as you turn the lock, you just hear this click as it unlocks.
Good job, Alan.
Bryn, you want to go first, or shall I just open it?
Magic hand.
Sure, go ahead and open it.
All right.
Okay.
Does it
Stand
open
ready.
towards me or inwards?
It opens into the room.
Into
If
the
it
room?
opened the other way, you would probably fall back into the pit because you're all really pressed
Oh,
against
right.
each other at the moment. This is only about 10-foot room between the pit and the door. Basically, you're all like huddled in each other's space at the moment.
Can I take a door in each hand and just slowly open them and walk through a little bit?
Yep. Okay. So.
Just so everyone can
this.
actually see right through.
Yep. I'll just give me a moment.
I have a feeling it's going to be a bad idea, but
We'll just do this because it's easy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, you got doors to open! Yay!
Find
Some
them.
real fancy sliding doors in this team.
It's like Star Trek doors.
They are upgraded. This is a
Get
very
your hands
expensive
out of
one.
there. Get your hands out of there.
Right, so as you open the door and step through, you notice that there's 3 large stone sarcophagi standing around the room. The crypt you're now standing in a dusty old crypt. Propped up against each of the sarcophagus is a human skeleton clad in like bits of rusty mail and weapons to the side. You notice false columns along the wall, and upon them is like carved oak trees. So like these columns are like the trunks. And then you notice that the carving follows through onto the walls as it goes around the room. And over above each of the sarcophagus is the branch turns into sort of like a canopy of leaves. This is all just like carved into the wall, so it's like quite an ornate sort of crypt. Double doors are the double. So as you can see, as you push through these doors that you pushed open are pretty heavy. The copper's sort of weighing them down as well, and you can just notice that the image is like kind of tarnished in it from the green. And I'm hearing myself in somebody else's Discord, I think.
Do I recognize any of the iconography from either the tombs or the doorway, possibly from the sword that belonged to the family that owned this manor?
I'd say that this is the Trezendar crypts, so you do recognise that this is the family crypts. This is where they buried people from the family.
Okay.
Bryn, do you want to just hit in a little bit and see what you can see?
Yeah, I do.
Before we all go rushing in.
Yeah, I'll stealthily move in and examine.
Okay, can you roll for stealth again, please?
Sure. Oh, it's so wanted to be good. 12.
Okay.
Kind of like to head over to that, I guess the small, I don't know what you would call it, altar, I guess.
That thingy.
Yeah.
Listen, font.
So as you head further into the room, you notice to the far northeast side of the room, there's another wooden door with iron hinges and bracing on it. To the am I looking at right? Yeah, northwest side of the room, there's a corridor extends further out into the distance that you can just see. It looks from where you look, you can't see all the way down, but you can just see it goes off into the distance there.
Okay. I'd like to move up. Can you see where I'm pointing right now? It actually says town hall, but I don't think it's a town hall.
Yeah, it probably is, but
I'd like to investigate or examine that, whatever it is.
okay.
Is it like a dais or a brazier to burn incense for prayers, or just a smaller like maybe a container for someone who was cremated?
It's your duty.
As you look towards the, have an inspect closely on it, you notice that there's like a few burnt out wax candles, like the base around the base. It just looks like a sort of place where they've basically set candles up and burn them in there. So there's a few melted wax on it. It's just quite an ornate little stand made of rock.
Okay, it's probably for the mourners. Then I'll probably approach that nearest dead skeleton body next to me. I have my rapier out, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so you just approach. These are the skeletons are. Although I don't know why they've shown them as falling over on here. Basically, they are standing, like propped upright against each of the sarcophagus. There's one
like they are just kind of like they sat down and leaned up against them.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. I look at the. I compare if there's any rotting on the sarcophagi, or if I can tell the age because of the style. Can I take a look at that and then look at the age of the skeleton and maybe the equipment he's wearing to kind of get a time reference if it was about the same time, new, or what the deal was. You want me to roll an investigation?
The age of what? Sorry, the skeleton or the?
Yeah, the skeleton in comparison to see how long the skeleton's been here.
Okay. Yeah, roll an investigation.
Is it moldy?
7 and 5, 12.
12. So as far as you can tell, these are not recent skeleton bones. They've been down here for quite some time. The sarcophagus itself looks like they've been been down there for a long time as well. They're all sort of sealed shut.
Okay, so they're
closed shut.
So they're still intact and hadn't been messed with.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as I can tell. Are there any pathways as far as dust is concerned on the floor? Does it look like it's a well-traveled area, or is the whole place just dusty? Or?
I mean, the whole room is full thick with dust. But you can see again the same as outside in the corridor. There's lots of footsteps that have been going in and out. It's a still pretty well used well-used room, but there's no clear path as far as you can tell.
I look back at.
To the door in the back, north, east, and there's also footsteps that go up to the other side as well.
I look back at Fallon and kind of questioning, and I point to the door next to us, and then I point down a hallway where there's another door, and kind of shrug my shoulders and raise my arms, waiting for some sort of indicator from Fallon.
I'll go and have a look.
Okay. So before you do that, guys, you can't just move your characters without telling me you're moving. So if you're going to go in the room, then say you're going in the room. But otherwise, I don't, because that messes up if anything happens. I need to know where you are and where your characters are. So either tell me you want to move or...
It won't let me stand where I want to stand, which is just at the doorway peering in. It popped me inside.
It's all right.
I'm not inside the room, but I'm peering.
You're peering in, okay. What's that,
Fallon.
Baron?
Yeah, Fallon. What's taking so long? What's going on? These are the dead we're talking about. They've already died once. I'm sure we can kill them again. What's the problem?
Bryn's unsure about something. So we'll move in a little bit.
He's always unsure. He's always unsure about something. I swear to God, it takes us an hour and a half to get through a bloody room.
Or a door.
I'm coming in, Bryn. Hurry up.
I was moving in to have a look at the corridor.
Okay. So you're going to go past... Are you going past Bryn?
Past Bryn.
Okay. And Artex, what are you doing? Have you gone inside the room?
Also going inside where I'm going to stand just to cover to make sure that nothing comes from the further side corridor.
And anybody else?
Me, I'm going to be next to Artex, just inside the door.
The right way up.
The right way up, yeah.
Bryn and Baron.
I'm going in loudly and unconfidently and just been like, bring out your dead. What's the problem, guys? I think we can handle this situation. I'm confident in our abilities. We've already just annihilated everything as we've come in here. Come on, this is fine. What's the problem?
Miz, how much light is there in this room?
This like all the others, actually have been well lit up. They've lit all the torches. These are also using the burning oil lamps on the sides of the walls. So it's a pretty well lit room.
It's very dusty in here.
It is very dusty.
Okay,
so
cover Bryn.
Yes.
No, I go to cover Bryn, so I'm right there with you.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you're gonna have to sort of get, because of the size of the maps, you can't all be on the same square. So Baron, you're gonna have to be in on that one.
Okay, so yeah. What we're doing, guys? This is a very dusty room. My shoes are getting filthy.
Palin walks across towards the corridor. You say the northeast.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach the furthest wall, all of a sudden, dust kicks up into the air. The three skeletons standing by each of the sarcophagi, you just hear start rattling as the bodies pull and they move up and they start looking at you all. And they stand, the weapons drawn, and I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
Didn't we know that would happen?
Oh dear.
I was contemplating my career choices and why I didn't go cleric.
13 plus
Oh, come on.
17. 17 for
17.
Kane.
20.
It must be a Druid thing, 17.
17 for Kane.
I don't understand. I barely get over 10, and you guys are always in the 17s. I finally get over 10, and you're getting into the near 20s. It's just so unfair.
I got a 9, so.
Ah, yeah! not last this time. I got 13, miss.
21.
Sake, I'm quit.
10.
Hold on. I'll do the. So. Baron is 11.
10.
Damn these things.
No, I'm 11.
You're 11. Okay.
I think he said 10. Is he
Bryn.
also 11?
13.
13.
13.
And Bryn, you're 10.
Sorry, it's so hot. I need some water.
Yeah. Joe?
17.
Time for the druids to work.
17.
Jeepers. Marilee?
20.
Or you can stay here. And Artix. What was that?
Sorry, that means I'm going to go first. Crack.
What number? 21.
21.
Ah, okay.
We're meant to add anything.
Your initiative roll.
Oh, 19 then.
Oh.
I'm just softening him up for us.
So I forgot to add my +2, so I'm 19.
Okay. I added my +2, still 9.
Where's the other D20? Oh, there.
Good. Your initiative bar's up.
Yes, I can have another beer.
Okay, so have you got all these? These are spare, yeah?
Yeah, I'm 19. Sorry.
And so the skeletons, they have rolled crap, basically. 5, 3, and 11. Jesus.
Yes.
Fair one. Yeah. Can you give me 2 seconds?
Skeletons creaking.
Oh, they have got numbers 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
I may
Just remember, the only hands that should be showing should be Miz's.
It's very hard to though, Bryn. 'cause
Yeah,
we're
you need to
zooming.
do it a little bit to move around.
I can't see what we're looking at from my screen. It's very hard to know what the camera.
All you got to do is change your key commands to button pushes on your keyboard, and then you can scoot around everything without your mouse. The only thing you need your mouse for really is to point something out from his, or maybe even move your character if he asks you to. It took me a bit to figure out how to do the key controls and what have you, but I do everything with the WSAD keys and the arrow keys.
Okay.
Those two, and the plus or minus for zooming in and zooming out.
Okay. I see it's defaultly built in.
It's now crashed for me.
Where did the skeletons pop up? In the center of the room or at the back of the room?
Next
No,
to
they were
the
the ones-
sarcophagus.
So there was 3 skeletons
Yeah,
standing. They were like propped up against the sarcophagi, so each one on each one. As you walked towards the end of the room, it basically triggered them awake. They've now come ready to attack. So I'd say that they've got because you wasn't aware of it, they've got a surprise round on you. So skeleton number 1 will go first. He's going to just attack Bryn, who's the closest.
Okay.
He's going to short sword.
Just a quick question, since it's a surprise, can we still use a reaction or not?
No.
Okay.
So it's 20 to hit.
You hit.
Ouch.
Okay. And 1d6 plus 2.
Ugh.
6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Wow.
So as you've kind of like creeping through the room, all of a sudden the dust kicks off of these bones, kind of filling your vision a little bit, so you can't quite see what's going on. All of a sudden, one of the skeletons step forward and just swing straight across your back and manage to hit you across your right arm and cut a gash down the side of it. It slices through. Skeleton.
Who's the attack?
2 is going to attack Thalin. And he's got 9, 13.
No, misses.
This is okay. So that one kind of like swings down, but in the confusion, you still manage to kind of move slightly out of the way. You keep your reflexes on there and miss him. And skeleton 3 is going to head to hit Bryn again because it's the closest one. 19 plus 4, so 23 to hit.
Ouch.
Bryn? Oh, I know he hits, but
Yeah.
6 again, so 6, so 8 points of damage again, Bryn.
So was Bryn hit
Wait.
twice?
He hit me twice.
No, the skeleton number 1 came up
Yeah.
and swung and hit you first, and the other skeleton number 3 is also swung. He hit you for 23, and then hit
Wow.
8
Okay, and
points
he
of
did
damage.
6 points. You said
8 points of damage,
the 8 points on the first one. What about the second one?
and 8 points on the second one. I rolled
Holy
6
cow.
twice.
Oh.
All right.
So it comes in with its short sword, just stabs, manages to catch along your rib cage.
That's not good.
Okay, so that's the end of their turn. So top of the round then is Artex, your turn.
I'm going to go for the skeleton that just attacked Bryn, and I'm going to hit him with my longbow.
Okay.
2 attack Bryn, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest with the first one, sorry. The skeleton 3.
Okay, yeah.
21.
That hits, that definitely hits.
Sorry. 7.
7 points of damage, okay. So even though there's like bones, you just shoot this arrow, and it goes straight into its rib cage and manages to stick it. You kind of see it hear this rattling noise as it clangs into it, and it kind of shakes backwards a bit, taking the impact of the damage. 7 points of damage. Okay. Anything else? Anything else, Trin, or is that it?
No, sorry, I said no, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Next up then is Marilyn.
Okay, I'm going to edge slightly sideways so that I get a good view of the room. As I'm moving, I'm muttering some arcane words, some little hand movements going on. Skeleton number 1 is my target for magic missile, which I've already rolled for you. So that's 3d4, so 4, 8, 9, plus 3, because it's plus 1 for each, so 12 altogether.
Nice. I presume there's no resistance to that, is there?
Nope, just a straight out smack it.
Okay. So as you lean around the corner, you utter your words, and you just these 3 missiles, isn't it? Comes out from projectiles just straight at the skeleton. As you just see one cracks it round the head, as it kind of and you hear this like cracking and rattling sound, and the other one hits it in the chest, and then the other one in its right leg, as it kind of takes out one of the bones. But it seems to just stand itself back up again, taking the impact. Next up is, did you want to move, or is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm happy there. I'm just gonna blast.
Josephina's next, and then Drake, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Produce Flame, so I flickering flame in my hand, and I'm going to hurl it at. Was it skeleton 1 or skeleton 2? Which one did you attack, Artex?
Number 3.
Number 3. I'll attack the same one as Artex did then. Number 3, and I'm gonna hurl my my flickering flame at skeleton number 3.
Okay.
So is that it?
Okay, yeah, I would say he's under 3/4. I'd say he's under cover because you've got 2 people in the way.
Oh, can I move across a little bit then?
You could go right up to that corner where the pile of bones are if you want.
Yeah, other than that.
Okay.
Move so that I can see him with full vision. Yeah. Get my flickering flame.
Yeah.
Throw it at him.
Okay. So the flame goes heading towards the skeleton.
15.
That's what? Nothing, or is that it?
Nothing, I don't think.
15
What,
hits.
is that +5? No.
That's not for your flame, no. I don't know what you do for your flame. Is it a spell?
Yeah.
What's the damage of it?
1d8.
Yeah. 1. Okay. So it's on skeleton 3, right? So as you throw the flame towards it, it kind of sees it coming and moves out the way, and so it just glances across its skull, and you just see this. The side of its skull just kind of make a slight black mark, and it just shakes its head. Okay, next up is who did I say it was?
Drake.
Drake. Sorry.
Yeah. Standing next to Bryn, I attack skeleton 3 with my rapier. 11 plus 6 is 17 altogether. Is that a hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 6 points of damage.
Okay. Nice.
Roll the 2. Damn it.
Points of damage on skeleton 3. Okay, cool. So you just you lean over and lean in, your rapier just darts straight in, hits it in the eye, and it kind of just goes and you just hear this like odd guttural sort of scream from it, almost like a cackle as you do so, and it kind of just like slides its head off your rapier and moves to one side. Next up, then, did you want to move, or is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm next to Bryn because I'm also going to help cover him.
Okay, so Baron, you're next, and then Bryn, you're afterwards. So think about what you want to do, please.
Sorry.
What do you want to do,
Me
Baron?
now? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were saying after Loki. My bad. Sorry.
No,
sorry.
Baron, and then Bryn.
There you go. Yeah, Eldritch Blast to skeleton. Skeleton 1 right in front of me. 17.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's. I was just thinking I've got a hit. When it says hit it's / because this is a new layout. When it says hit / DC, and it says +3, is that the effect I add on top of my D10, my 1d10 + 1, or is that on top of the 17? Because it will have a big impact.
What are you looking at? Eldritch
on
Blast.
on the Eldritch Blast it says time range hit / DC.
+3 to hit. Yeah, +3.
So that means.
Oh no. Yeah.
Does that mean on top of the 17 that would make it a 20, or does that mean?
If you rolled 17 plus that.
3. Okay, so that makes it 20 because that does make a difference because I have an effect. If I roll a 19 or 20, I get a critical.
No, you have to roll the 19 or 20.
Yeah. That doesn't count for naturals and for crits.
Oh,
and
it doesn't
stuff.
count. It doesn't count as. Okay.
Has to
Sorry,
be
thank you.
On the dice.
Actually,
Yeah, so if you rolled a 19 or 20, then it crits. I don't think if you add the bonus, it counts.
I thought it was the numbers. If you make it up, it equals the 19 or 20. It gives you a critical. No, oh, that's a shame. I thought. Can we make that a rule? Can we change that rule?
Okay, so yeah.
I know whatever it hits. Yeah. So 1. And sorry about that. I was learning. And I get out.
Basically, most people only crit on a 20, so you've got a bonus that you crit on a 19 as well. That's what it is.
Okay, that's what it is. Cool. Yeah. Good to check. 8 damage.
8. Okay. And that was on skeleton
+1.
Okay, so as you.
Oh no! Sorry, take a lie. No, because I have to add charisma on top of that, so it's 8 + 1 + 3. It's 11.
Okay, so as you form your Eldritch Blast, this dark energy comes from your hand. You thrust it forward, and as it does, it smashes into the rib cage of the skeleton. All of a sudden, you just see the bones shatter, and the whole thing just falls apart as it explodes in front of you from the impact. And that one is down.
Yay!
And next up is it was actually going to be his turn, but so do you want to do anything else, or is that it?
I can't do anything else because I don't think because movements is not an action and a bonus action. I can't cast my anything else. So it's fine.
Oh yeah, my mistake. Sorry, you actually had disadvantage on that roll.
On which one?
Hits because you're in melee range.
Oh, okay. Then I can roll another dice if you
roll d20 again just to see.
A natural 20.
You would have crit.
And I would have crit.
So not only would it exploded, it would have been a pile of dust on the floor. As it settles, then you just see this light to the floor. Sorry, that was my mistake. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay, so Bryn, you're next.
I want to move up to the stone tomb, basically parallel with skeleton 3.
Okay.
So I have a straight shot at him, not blocked by anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then not be in melee range. So there where the blue hand is. Yeah, whatever. There. And I'm going to attack within me with just get the last of the bone dust and skeleton, like spider webs off her, get an arrow out, aim at number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3. It's 18 plus 9, 27. Damage is
hits.
3 plus 5, so damage is 8.
Yeah. Okay, so skeleton 3.
The other skeleton, sorry, is not within 5 feet, is he?
No,
Um,
I'm kind of between.
no, because the thing's between it,
Yeah.
so you're just slightly apart.
So he evades my horde breaker skill, and that's all I have to.
Okay. So as you come charging in, you manage to get Envy, even with the cobwebs over it, kind of all in one motion, wipe off some of them, arrow back, the arrow flies straight to the skeleton, straight into its head. And as it hits the center point of the skull just smashes and obliterates. You just hear this as the rest of the skeleton just crumbles to the floor into a pile at its feet. And skeleton 3 is now down.
Man, I don't get
Well done, Ria.
Well done. Yeah.
It's going better than I thought it would. Well,
And
There's
then
one
next
standing.
up is Bryn, because number 1's dead. And then Thalin, you're next.
Okay, so the original one that attacked me is down, correct?
My
I
pleasure.
believe they're both down.
Yes, they're both down.
They're both down. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, since I'm, I'd like to advance to. Since I'm peering, or since Thalin is there, I'd like to attack the one he's on, and I'd like to try and sneak attack since I'm helping someone within 5 feet. I think that gives me advantage to where I can sneak attack. And again, Mrs. Hand's the only one that should be showing on screen right now.
Keep your hands off.
you like a few hands.
Get your hands out of the way.
You know me a touchy feely.
So you're doing range, did you say? Sorry, where are you going?
No, I have my rapier out, so I move forward
Oh, sorry, you're going to move forward.
and do
so
an
it's all
attack,
around.
sneak attack, right?
Okay.
I figure it's only like 15 feet there, maybe.
5, 10, 15, yeah. Okay, roll for hit, please.
All right. Just wanted to make sure it was okay to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Eight plus 6, 14.
14 just hits.
Good, barely. So need to do a D8 for the initial. Oh, nice, an 8 plus 4, so 12 points there. And then I need to roll 2 6-sided.
wow.
For the sneak attack.
Okay.
3
And rogues.
and a 4, so 7 and 8, 15 damage.
Is that really bad?
No, you're going, I'm saying.
No, toilet.
Oh, I didn't know if he's going because of the time.
No.
How much damage, sorry?
15.
Let's see. No, 12. Wait a minute.
Well,
That
you
was
did
8
12.
and 4 is
Yeah, I've got the
12.
12. What
12
was the
plus 7, 19 total. Total is 19, so 7 more damage.
Jeez, like it. Missile launcher.
Okay, so as you come sneaking round, you just basically, with your rapier, just cut this thing up, and you just see it as you do so, like its arms like falls off, its leg kind of cripples under as you just the impact from your hit is just kind of crushes through it. It's like it's falling apart. It's just about clinging to what sort of magical life that it has within itself.
So is it still up?
It's still up, yeah. So,
And I'll use my bonus action to move away.
okay.
Back toward the door, 15. Back toward the original door that we came in through. I guess I moved 15 feet ahead, so 15 feet back.
So it gets an attack of opportunity on you.
not using cunning action, disengage.
Is that a bonus action, is it?
Yeah,
I'll put you about there.
that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Thalin?
Seeing it's on its last leg, I'm going to just swing at it with my axe.
Okay.
20. Natural.
Nice.
I think it's dead.
Cheeky sod.
You just go blow at it and it falls apart.
10 times 2, but the orc racial is an extra dice.
Yeah.
He's bone dust.
Which is 9.
Pulverized.
29 plus 4. 33.
Holy
Nice.
Almost sort of
I
done
think we can safely say this one is just.
So as you just see, like, you kind of see Bryn step up and just do a massive amount of damage to it, and you just kind of as if like you've got to feel like you've got to one up him, so you just swing so over the top, just like boom, and you actually hit with the side of your axe and use it almost like a mallet, and the thing just smashes and splinters across the wall. Every bone in its body just literally smashed into like 1,000 pieces. It splinters all over the floor. Yeah, it's
right.
It's
dead.
smash.
Maybe
Wow.
Rick, this is why you were here before. You caused all this dust. My goodness.
Bone dust.
Remind me never to get on the wrong side of you.
I quite like that. It's not bad.
Narrowly is
Good
impressed.
job.
Yeah.
Josephine is in awe.
Flexing afterwards.
I'll check out that corridor now.
I fall to my knees.
He's just so chill about it. Like, yeah, did that. I'm
So
going
you
this
went
way.
and took out the
Bryn,
corridor.
you okay? You okay?
I fall to my knees and grab my wounds.
Wow.
So as Thalin walks up to the corridor, he walks about another 5 feet, and all of a sudden you hear once again as these bones rattle together. The two of the piles on the floor just connects back together again, and stand back up. So this one, the skeleton number 3, and skeleton 1 are back up. The other one was totally obliterated.
He's a wizard.
Oh, well, that's different.
Do we have advantage over them to what that shit up, or are they got on us? Or
I'd say
we're at a heightened state of alert.
it's
I'd
neither
imagine.
surprise either, because you guys are already in combat, and the time it takes for them to kind of stand up from the pile of bones that they were.
I had to move away for one to stand up.
And this is going to sound like a really stupid question, but do we need to roll initiative again because it's a different thing, or is it still the same one?
It's all part. You didn't actually come out of initiative, so it's
We
part
didn't
of the
come out of
one.
it. All right, just curious. Okay.
Tavern, come back.
19 and 12. Fair?
Who are they hitting?
Well, actually, it's so who just went Thalin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's top of the round. It's back to Artex.
I kind of look around and I just look at these skeletons, but I'm concerned about my comrade on the floor. So I motion closer to Bryn and I cast Cure Wounds on him.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay.
For 9 points of damage.
Yes.
Damage.
What's the damage?
Sorry.
Blood offering.
Sorry, mate.
Wrong bottle.
Whoops. Yeah. Whoops. Wrong book.
Okay.
Drain life.
Is that what you're going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next is Marilee.
Okay. I'm going to peer around the door again, and I'm going to cast Firebolt at skeleton number 1, the one I aimed at last time. Again, there's no save on this one. It's a spell attack. I rolled an 18. I get +6, so it's 24.
Yeah,
Oops. And 1d10 damage, which I rolled a 9.
Okay, so 9 damage.
And 0 splash damage.
No splash damage.
Thanks.
And the whole room just bursts into flame as the firebolt hits the skeleton. No, just kidding. So this firebolt just goes booms in. It's just you sound almost molds across the skeletons. Where that burn mark was before, and then follows it down its face, and the whole half of its body starts. The bones go from like a bleached white to a dark black soot color. As it just sort of like shakes off the impact. It's not really acting like it feels it. But you can see it has done damage to it.
Can I just
so
query quickly?
Yeah.
What kind of armor are they wearing? Is it standard like leather
They're wearing
type
like
armor?
scraps of like metal and chainmail.
Okay.
They're not full armor. They're just wearing like kind of scraps of armor, basically. What did you roll to hit? Sorry, you rolled to hide.
24.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you would have gone hit for most things. Sorry. Next up is Josephina.
So 2 have
Your
come
turn.
back
Yeah.
to life. But, I'm just concerned that there's something magical going on and something regenerating them. Has anybody? I haven't got any detect magic or detect.
I'd say there's a fair chance of magic.
I would say so too.
And
10 out of 10.
I'm just thinking about, is there something that we should be doing rather than just attacking these to stop them keep coming back to life every 2 minutes, because this is not really going to achieve anything, is it, if we just keep killing these?
Yeah, get Helen to pulverize them.
Yeah, I think we could just easily, drop something on them and crush them. Something
Yeah,
like
once they're down, we'll just stomp them.
You reckon? But we didn't stop them last time.
We'll put them in different sarcophagus.
Can I sense anything with my perception?
You can
Anything
you can look
unusual?
for something instead of attacking. You can use your
Can I use my perception to sense if there's anything
Okay.
hidden that might be
roll the d20 then.
that might be bringing these skeletons back to life? Do I add anything for this?
Well, no, because you got a natural 1, so
No.
you kind of look around, surrounded in this dust that's been kicked up before, and you just like you kind of like almost like it's in your eyes actually. So I can't. Is there anything bringing them back? You can't see. It's just your eyes are clouded. Unfortunately, you don't see anything.
Ones are my theme tonight.
Okay, so this time Skeleton 3 is going to turn around and attack Drake.
Heyo.
Hey, little one.
Oh.
15 plus 4.
That's 19. Miss.
Yeah, 19.
Just making sure that should be a miss.
I thought you had.
Yeah, 19. That's a hit.
Yeah.
I'll say, holy shit.
Darn.
Yeah. 19 misses. Holy fuck.
19's just.
Bloody hell, another 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Damn, my damage dice are on fire.
I'm on 19.
So yeah, 8 points of damage for you. He's going to. That's it, I think. That's the end of his turn. Next up is Drake.
Right. Am I right next to Baron, as in 5 feet from Baron?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. I'll attack the skeleton right in front of him. That's skeleton number 1. Rapier out. Oh, bugger. I don't think that's going to hit. 8 plus 4. No, that's 12.
Nope, that misses.
Ah, swipe. Swing and a miss.
Okay, so he's like swing through, and the skeleton just like brings up its kind of shield and blocks the attack. Next up is did you roll Baron? Yeah.
Me, fantastic. I'm going to look at the. This is going to be fun. I'm going to look at the one directly, the one that's directly, which was the number one in front of me, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, number one in front of me, and I'm going to use Devil's Tongue, Vicious Mockery on it. So
What the heck is that?
I'm going to unleash a string of insults.
Does that count as a ranged attack?
Laced. It's a vicious mockery cantrip. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a raised. I don't know actually about spell. I don't know because if it's a spell, if it's always. I don't know about the range thing. Like if I was reading up on it. Sorry, I don't want to pause this for this. We'll deal with it later. Let's talk about it later because I think we'll get mess up. But unleash a string of laced insults, subtle enchantments. The creature can see within range. If the target can hear you, it doesn't have to understand me. It must succeed in a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I don't think that counts as a ranged attack. So a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah. So it's pretty much you motherfuckers die, motherfuckers die, motherfuckers die, motherfuckers die. That's pretty much.
If I don't know if undead are liable to that though.
Natural 20 anyway.
Wow.
Ooh, that is a wise skeleton.
It is a freaking wise.
I don't.
Minus 1 is 19. So
it's not his first crypt defense.
You're standing there going, die, 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 and he's like, what?
I'm dead.
Die again.
I already died. What's your problem?
The problem, you're still fucking here.
I'm already dead.
So I obviously with a natural 20, I can do fuck all basically. Yeah. So
Unfortunately, yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. I have quite a high wisdom as well.
Yeah, but it's your spell save. I think it goes against. So it's like whatever your spell DC is. Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about it later because I'm curious.
It's not going to be as high as that anyway. So skeleton 3. No, he's had his turn, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, he smacked me.
Oh, I got rid of the wrong one. Bryn, you're next, please.
Yes, I have put enemy back. I have pulled my 2 short swords. I am attacking with the first one. It's a 17 plus 7, so it's 24 with a damage of 4 plus 5. So 9 damage with the first sword. Not that. Natural 20 with the other one. I don't have the plus 5 on the damage on that.
No.
So it's a 3, and I don't know if it can crit because it's a bonus action.
Don't know actually. I think your offhand can crit if you roll for it, but could be wrong. Anyway, it's even if it does or doesn't, you obliterate it. So if you go for it, sorry.
No. As it goes down, I just take I'll take the pommel of my sword and crush the skull.
Okay. So you're kind of like as you swipe your blade, you kind of take the bottom of its legs out, and it kind of like falls to its knees. And as it starts falling down, you manage to reach up above and just like kind of almost like a small jump and smash the pommel onto the top of its skull as its skull just explodes under the impact. And that one falls down.
Resurrect that mother.
Good job.
Okay. That's the end of his turn. Next up is Bryn.
All right. I will. I think that's Drake over there. Is Drake within 5 feet of that other skeleton?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then I will move. I will stand up from the kneeling position that I was in. Move over there to a flanking position and cast Booming Blade against him.
Okay. Where have we gone? You're going to come around the back. If you come around the back as well, so you've got that with an advantage because you're flanking him.
Okay, thank you. Roll again then. First one was a 5. Horrible. That's much better. 12 plus 6 is 18.
Wow.
Is that hit?
Definitely hits.
All right. I'll roll for damage. The D8, which is a 3 plus 4 is 7 points. And then I will use my bonus action to move back to where I was before as best I can. Or better yet, I'll move past, I'll move toward Thalon so that when hopefully Thalon will be moving past me. Okay?
Okay.
And I tell, I yell out to Drake, that's the person that's right there. Move back, make him move. Make him move.
Okay, that's going to cause me an attack of opportunity, so.
Oh,
Don't
never
think so.
mind. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay. So next up is Stalin.
Do I see anything down the hall?
Nope. You do see a door. So right down the far end of the corridor, as it goes down, you notice a door on the eastern wall.
All right. Seeing as the side of my X worked so well last time, I will turn around and run and hit him with the side of my X this time.
Okay.
Critical.
I doubt it.
Again, you're flanking, so you got advantage on the roll.
Okay. The 15.
Yeah, that hits.
13 damage.
Nice. Yeah, that does it. So as you come charging back in again, you go, "Oh, I use the side of it." Smash around the back of the head, and as you do so, its head explodes just like the other one. Not quite as much impact and force as your last one, but its head still obliterated to dust as the rest of the skeleton once again sort of falls to the floor in a pile.
Can I kick it and make sure it's...
Yeah. So as the body and pile sort of you just like clatter as the bones fall to the floor, and laying a pile, you kind of just like stamp on it, kick the pile a little bit to make sure it's definitely down. It doesn't appear to move.
Me and Drake are currently covered in bone dust now. Is that what's happening?
You guys are just standing there like.
I'm hopping on it. Hop, 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 hop. Just the other one.
Some of it went in my mouth.
You taste dead people.
Oh.
Also, there's a door down the end of that corridor.
I hop and do the same on the other skeleton. I bash it down by hopping on all of its bones. Hop, hop, hop. Smash,
Could
smash,
you
smash,
perhaps
smash.
check the sarcophagi just in case?
Well, some more fun. All right.
Well, if you'd like to have more fun, you know.
The nearest sarcophagi, I will just lift the lid off.
Okay.
Which is that one?
So as you
had
lift the stone lid of the sarcophagus, you can see on the actual lid, now that you can see it closely, that carved into the top of the lid is like a human mal on top of the one that you're lifting up. It's been carved into it to depict. It looks like they're wearing like noble kind of outfit, posh, very royal styled looking. Obviously, it's carving, but carved into the rock. as you open the lid, you notice inside that there's really old, mouldering sort of bones and scraps of cloth. You notice little hints of colour, probably from the burial cloth that they were buried in, but most of it's kind of rotted and faded away now.
Cool. Rich skeletons.
Is that it?
A glance, yeah, you can investigate if you wish. But...
No. Merrily, it's just a bunch of coloured rags.
I think
She
we
can't
should
hear me.
investigate.
Yeah, I wander over.
She can't hear me.
She can't hear you.
Oh.
No.
You didn't sound loud enough.
I wander over and I investigate what he while he's holding the lid up, looking for anything interesting.
Roll for investigation for me, please.
Is he big enough to be able to see over? Or does he have to climb inside?
Oh, please, not inside.
Well, I could say you could just about see over. It's like,
Okay.
maybe Thalin can pick him up and hold him over.
I'm holding the stone lid.
15.
Drop it in. Okay, so as you manage to, you do have to kind of almost climb in because it's quite high. But
Don't
as you
drop
get in
that on
there
me.
and start rummaging about, you do manage to find a platinum signet ring.
Oh,
Ooh, platinum signet ring.
that looks nice.
Merrily, it was a bunch of coloured rags. I
I
think
found a ring.
Drake found something shiny.
Yeah, I stand up. I found a ring. I found a ring. I found a ring.
Oh, that's
Looking-
nice. What's that one like? Is it like this one? I hold up my hand and show him my signet ring. Is it like that?
Did that look like?
That is a very
Probably.
professional-
If it's a noble signet ring, then it probably will look a bit like mine.
It looks
Does
very
it,
similar,
Liz?
yeah. It looks very similar, yeah. It's not.
Okay,
It's like
after
a
that
family
ring-
one, but
That's
they
worth
do
a
look
lot
very
of
similar.
money. I would,
Yeah.
if you're
That's
interested
true.
in coin, I would collect things like that because they're quite valuable.
Okay, if it
I'm
fits, I pop.
confused now.
If it
Does
fits, I
that make
pop
them
it on.
related?
Okay.
It makes them. It's a precious ring, so you be careful.
Yeah, I got
What
the
was
ring.
that, Bryn?
Okay.
Oh no, one of the rings make them now related. Are they from the same?
Well, as you put the ring on, you all of a sudden. No, just kidding. Drake disappears.
He's found the one ring.
Shall we?
The
Do you want to check the
only
other
ring.
two?
Yeah,
Do you wanna
yeah,
check the
yeah,
other
yeah.
two?
You
I'll,
hold the lid and you hold the lid and I'll check.
I've seen this game before where I will open one and it will backfire big time. So I'm just gonna let you guys do this. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. Talon
Um,
opens the lid and I'll check.
Yeah, I'll stick the lid back down nicely
Okay.
without trapping him inside. I'll let him get out.
Yeah, yeah.
So as you do
And,
that, you head over to
Yeah.
the next one. Once again, on top of this one, you see a older gentleman with a carved beard on top, with looking very similar clothing from the sculpts. Some of the oak leaves and things that was designed on the walls, ornate along the robes of the actual statue as well. That's been carved in. As you lift the lid, or you kind of just slide it onto and hold it up, you notice the same thing inside. Very old bones. It's kind of almost dust and ash mostly now, and some just few scraps of cloth left. But as you touched it, it kind of crumbles in between your fingers, and you get like hit with a smell of mold and old and decay as the lid kind of lifts off.
It's the same as Friday night. Well, I'm holding
Come
this
with
open,
bearer.
Drake. Are you going to have a look?
Yep. I check again. I'm holding my breath. Okay, let's see what's here.
Okay.
Well, my dice rolled off. Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
Okay, so you rode around in the burn, and again you managed to find another platinum signet ring.
It goes on the other finger.
Desecrators
For
of
now.
Crypt added to the CV, exactly. Loot it all.
Next
Next battle, Drake can't lift his hands.
You want to go into the next one?
Yep.
Okay, so as you head over to the last one, you notice now on top of this one is actually a female carved onto the top. She's got long hair down to her shoulders and wearing an ornate robe with a belt carved into it, and the actual buckle on the belt looks like an oak leaf. That's the
Just a
class.
question, Drake, before you get all excited about the rings. How are those rings staying on your fingers? If they're human skeletons and you're a tiny mini person, wouldn't the rings be falling off those fingers?
I have no idea. That's I have
Lots
no
of
idea.
lots of book scratchings,
Just a thought. That's all.
second helpings. Like little
Because I
fat
noticed the reason why, because I pick up one of the rings that's fallen off your finger and I'm holding it.
Well, does it fit or does it fall off, Miss?
I'd say it stays on, but it's.
Oh, you're so kind.
It's extremely loose.
He is stout, isn't he?
Yeah.
We got fat fingers.
The little fingers looking chubby.
Yeah,
It's got a chubby finger. All right, fair enough.
they work. No worries.
While everyone's grave robbing, I move over to Bryn, and I'm also just going to heal him again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Can you roll for that then, please? Yeah. So I presume you lift up the third one, and Drake, you jump into the third one.
Yeah, I rolled a 14 for the check.
Okay, so you kind of this time you have to bury him. It takes you a little bit longer. You kind of dig around. You come out covered in bone dust, but you find a third platinum ring.
Okay, this one I'm just going to say. Who wants to carry this one?
It doesn't matter who carries it for now. We'll sort it out later. Won't
I
we?
know that's what I'm saying. Who wants to carry? Okay, fine.
Can I investigate the ring? I'm
Yeah.
interested. I'm intrigued. Bone ring sounds interesting. May I
11.
more close?
11, Bryn.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. That's awesome.
Hand it over to Baron. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to run an investigation. Is it investigation or history? It's investigation, isn't it? First.
Investigation. Have a look at it closer, I suppose.
Yeah. So I want to really see if I know anything about this ring. 11.
Okay, as you look at it, it looks very similar to the other two. That in fact they match. All three match. From the two that Drake is wearing. You notice that the one he's handed you now is actually smaller than the other two, presumably because it's for the female hand, so it's been made slightly smaller. When you look at it, there's just the lettering of the T of the crest for the Tresden's family crest, sort of stamped on the top of it as well. So
I think this is the family. This must be the relations of the family. Maybe this is either a woman, daughter. Is there any grave? Yeah, it could be the wife maybe. But then, the parents. Maybe this. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Is there no markings or of any kind, like a not a gravestone, but like a plaque and anything?
in the room.
Yeah. In the room.
I mean this
drawings.
is the family tomb, so you notice like the markings of the family.
Okay. Sorry, but just to tell if it's like granny, grandpa, or anything like that. It's like mum and dad.
You could on the female one. It just says the name of the woman on there, but it doesn't tell you whether it's like a mother or anything. There's no
Mother.
written analogy sort of thing.
Okay.
I bump the rings together and go, Wonder Twins activate. Sorry.
Fist pump power up. Yeah, no.
And they blow up.
I'm more.
Dead.
Yeah. Why do you guys think there would be skeletons guarding these three bodies?
They're nobles.
But why? But then think about it. Think about it, right? Okay, there's all this dust. There's a clear path that people have been walking through here, so they must either know about the trap that set them off, or whoever set them off, or that you know what I mean. There must be something controlling this.
One would assume that given that raising a skeleton is a magical thing, one would assume that there would be a fail-safe. If there are plenty of footprints going through it, I think it's fair to say that the red brands may have had some way of stopping them from getting up and punching things, I suppose.
I wonder
Or
if
maybe it just didn't get as close to them as we did.
Nobody moved
Probably
loose.
this is just glass stuff playing or practicing or
maybe. But then
He's a
if we
wizard.
know what caused it, then maybe we could look for it going forward if any of the other rooms have this. Because I'm expecting this again. This is going to be one.
As Marilee said that, Droop kind of picks up and goes, they do have a word that stops them. You could have said. That would have, yeah. Just, never mind. I'll go back to guarding.
Word? What word, Drew?
What's the magic word? Please.
You did?
I think it was, Ilafon.
Elephant.
No.
Ilafon.
You
Yeah.
could have told it. It would
Do
have
I
helped if you
recognise
told us
that
this.
word?
What
You
language
could
is
do a history check.
What language is it, Miss? Do we know would know what the language is?
Droopish.
It's what he just said, a word, so
But it,
whether you
I'll help
recognise
Marilee
it or not.
brainstorm, see if she can come up with something so she has advantage on her roll.
Droopy, what
Well, the
language?
first one was a 16.
Okay.
The second
So-
one was a 12.
It's basically the name of an ancient elven nation.
Droop, don't you think it would have been wise to
go.
tell us this beforehand?
You didn't ask. You told Droop to guard, so Droop's standing on guard. You didn't want me to go for it. I didn't want to go in there. I told you I didn't want to go in there. You told me to guard it.
Next time,
It's
if you
all
keep
right,
if you keep something like that again, I'll either eat you or you go in first.
I agree.
Would you like to come with us now, Droop, now that we've smashed them all to bits? Or would you rather stay here on your own?
I'll guard.
You'll guard. Okay, you stay there.
No, you won't guard. You're coming with us.
I'll guard. You said I'll
No.
guard.
You don't need to guard. Not after this. Come with us. I want to make sure that when we go forward, if there's anything else that perks, if you have any information about that, you'll tell us beforehand, especially pertaining to magical words that can stop things coming.
And if there's traps, if you know about traps as well.
So no more guarding.
Very well. I'm staying here though.
We could
No,
stick them in
I
yourself.
will look after you and make sure you're
Droop, it's not really your decision.
Okay, Droop, what's behind that door and what's down this corridor?
They don't take me everywhere. I don't know.
If anything springs to your mind that would potentially be information regarding a keyword or something that's going to stop any sort of traps that you know about, you make sure you tell one of us. I don't care who it is, but you tell us pronto. Okay? We clear?
But he. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, Droop, we may feel less favourable.
You're not being
towards you.
very favourable at the moment.
Well, you want to see when I'm not favourable at all.
Stay with me a moment, guys. Let me talk to Droop. It's fine. Let me talk to him. So I'll just take Droop to one side and I'll kneel down to his level and say, just look, Droop. These guys, they're very stressed at the moment. Everything that's going on, it is very stressful for them. So don't take them treating you harshly to heart. Once they're out of here, everything can go back to the way it was before. You can go back to your goblin tribe or clan and pretend like none of this ever happened. So if you can just tell us everything you know as we approach doors and things, it would make this go so much quicker, and then you can get away from these guys that keep threatening to eat you.
I don't trust them. They're not going to let me go. Quicker you get out, the sooner Droop is dead.
I'll tell you what, Droop. I swear on my noble honor that you will be allowed to leave. A noble's honor is worth everything.
Well, look where it worked for these nobles. You've just desecrated their crypt.
Yes, well,
They did.
they're dead. They don't care anymore. It's
Very well. Fine. Lead on. I'll hide by you.
okay. I'll take Droop's hand with my right hand. I won't offer him the left.
Excuse me. Don't I get a dagger or something? I mean, I don't even get to protect myself.
Unfortunately, I don't have a spare dagger, but
I wouldn't be giving you a dagger if I did have a spare dagger.
No
I'll tell you what I
spare.
will. I tell you what, though, Droop. Drake, how about just to maybe make you feel a bit better? Would you like one of these rings? And I'll hand him the small ring that I have.
Ah, shinies. Oh, Droop likes shinies. He takes it from you.
Okay.
And he kind of is worried. He just like loses all focus, and he's like one hand holding onto Merrily, the other one just focused on this shiny ring. Ah, it's pretty. Oh, yes.
I nod approvingly at Baron. Good move, sir. Good move.
Let's go. Lead on, Thavern.
Before we continue, I ask everyone to check their backpacks. I don't know who has the 4 healing potions we have, because that could be very important later on, and where they are and who has them. Please.
Hold on.
Not me. I don't have one.
I have a feeling that nobody wrote them down. If they don't, then we need to distribute them so in case something happens.
Did Artex not swallow about 2 of them after the bugbear fight?
Who did?
Artex.
Okay.
He was down on the
I don't
ground.
think he did. I don't think so.
I don't recall drinking potions.
I know he got healed a couple of times.
Guys, I'm carrying 2. Guys, I'm carrying 2 of them.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know.
I think Thalin had the 2 the 2 coloured ones that Yimmick gave you, because he was up closest.
Yeah,
Dallin has the odd colored ones.
Yeah.
Okay, that leaves 2 more healing pots. Does anybody else have them?
The 2 that I have, I give to Bryn. Here you go, man.
Just hold on a second. Does anybody else have 2 of the other healing pots?
I have no healing unless someone's put them in my bag without me realizing. Which I'm just checking now. But how come you always get fluff in the bags? Like, I don't understand. I everywhere I go,
You just stood in a room full of dust.
Bryn, wasn't it you who got the second last 2 potions because we got the 2 potions from the Nothing's loot?
I think so. That's why I wanted to double check and see. Otherwise, I wasn't going to claim them. What I thought we'd do is
claim them. I don't have them.
The frontline warriors probably wouldn't be able to use them because it takes an action, I think, to quaff one. So I'm thinking maybe giving them to the spellcasters and the people in the back. And that way they can either use them or they can go and use them on somebody that's already down. Does that make sense to y'all?
I mean,
yeah. Well,
I'm all for doing it completely in character and just hand it out, dish them out. It's all good for me.
Yeah,
I think I can do without a potion.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
I mean,
doesn't hurt.
Give 1 to Merrily, 1 to each of the druids, and
I'm quite happy to have one.
Okay.
Okay, well, I hand over the 2.
I'm a frontline warrior. I don't need one.
I hand over the 2 I've got. Like
you need us at the back. We need us at the back to give you the potions. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Pick up my remains.
Can I just say, let's not give 1 to Droop.
I'll take potion. I like drinking. I'll drink potion.
No, let's not give Droop 1. No.
I haven't had a drink in ages. God, they look
I'm always
tasty.
disappointed in Baron giving him a ring.
I am here. I can't hear you.
Bryn, the 2 I've got, I give to you.
It's my shiny now.
All right. Marilee has one, Joe has one, Artex has one, and I have one. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
And just because we have one doesn't mean we're going to use it ourselves. We're probably going to use it on somebody that falls up front that we need up or something of that nature. Okay?
Just remember you have one.
Right. And everybody
I've
else
got
knows
one.
they
I've
have
got
them in case
one.
like a healer goes down, go and grab it off of them and use it on them.
Yeah.
Just
Healer
wanted to
goes
I wanted to
down
get that
to
taken
love.
care of at the beginning, but
Okay.
It's fine.
thank you.
Okay. Just
Which door do you want to
What
check
do you guys
first?
do now then?
The
Good
room.
question.
Corridor or door?
I want to move to this where that green hand is flickering. And
Yeah,
listen to it.
this door.
Oh.
Okay, well you're already there now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I nudged that way accidentally.
Talon, did you say you was doing?
Yeah, I'll move to the door as well. Follow Bryn.
Okay.
Same here. I'm right behind Tavern.
Can I pretend to be Bryn and listen at the door?
You can.
I'm listening low, he's listening high.
Okay, so either both roll separately or one of you roll with an advantage.
Just FYI, Des
I'll give it to
disconnected,
Fallon.
but I think he reconnected again.
Yeah, I just reconnected.
What did you
I
say?
always
I was
defer
rolling for?
to Fallon.
Perception.
You can roll with advantage.
Perception, yes.
19.
Okay. So as you listen at the door, you hear like what sounds to be crying and kind of moaning and like low, and like a sort of a small child crying.
I'll turn around and say, I think Drake's inside.
Hey, I'm right behind you, you
Ah,
big beautiful bastard.
someone's crying
Can
in
I-
there.
Droop, do you know anything about this door and what's behind it?
I look at Fallon and ask, shall we try the door?
Let's go to number one.
Droop,
Uh-huh.
do you know anything
You're
about
asking-
what's behind Droop,
That's
yeah.
true.
He's too busy looking at his shiny ring at the moment.
Come on, Droop,
Hey,
open the door.
Hey, I should
All right,
I try the door.
try the door.
I try the door.
Push Droop through the
Okay,
door.
the door opens. Give me one moment.
For a moment, I thought it was that big guy from Star Wars. But
Okay.
Who else want to shoot Droop?
Leave Droop alone. What's he done wrong to you?
Everything.
Runner.
Looks like Joe just disconnected from Tabletop Simulator.
Which is bad.
Okay, so you open the door. Sorry. No, that's not
Oh,
one.
I have actually.
Technology. Sliding doors again. So as you open the door, you can see now, as you just peer in through the doorway, this long room is partitioned into 3 areas. And there's like iron bars walling off the north and the south part of the room. First thing that kind of hits you as the door opens is the smell of like waste and almost like decay, just like dirt and filth. And there's like you can smell like human waste as well. As you look through the door, you see filthy straw just kind of lines the floors of these 2 cells. The hinged doors on both doors are secured by chains and padlocks. To the southern end, you see a pair of disheveled human-looking people. One is a woman, and the other one is, I think, sorry, there's two women. Sorry, one's younger than the other one. And then in the northern cell on his own, you notice that there's a small boy confined, and he's the one crying at the moment. They're all three of them are dressed in like plain grey tunics, and what catches you is well, actually, if you want to roll for perception again from the police.
Welcome back, Keel.
15 plus initiative, you said? Perception?
Yeah. No, perception.
Plus 5 anyway, so 20.
Okay. So you notice on each of the people as well, as you see and because you've rolled quite so high, you see that they've got iron collars around their necks, fitted around there. You can see on the far wall in the middle section, there's just like a pile of clothing that's just been like dumped there. It looks like it's their old clothes and things just been pushed to one side.
Okay. I walk in and say, Cal sent us to rescue you.
Okay.
Cal is the name of a little boy, right?
Harp.
Harp, Cal, that one. That little small, rich kid.
That little fish boy.
As you step in, from beside that's either side of the door, 2 guards you missed as you walked in. Kind of jump you from behind. The one is going to attack you.
If it wasn't a PG channel, I would have said, yeah.
Say it in Afrikaans.
There you go. So yeah, as you walk in, you just hear this like you just start speaking, Cal, and Cal sent us, and as you barely utter about 3 words, all of a sudden this blade just goes. So I'm standing in front of you. They both can attack. 18 plus.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, and the other one is 5 plus 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So I presume one misses, one hits. Okay,
Yes, one plus 16.
Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. I should have done that, but and then the other one to hit. Damage is 1d6 plus 2.
Very good for 10 to disconnect.
4, 5, 6. So 6 points of damage.
Okay.
So as you just start speaking, and as you do so, one of them swings in, kind of totally misses you. As you kind of your reflexes, because you're quite high, you kind of dodge to the one side as you see him. As you're dodging that one, and a second sword hits you straight across the back and sort of thrusts you forward. You just feel this impact, just whack straight into your back.
And as he,
what we've got here, another little slave for us.
As he says this,
stick him in the cells.
Now you've done it. And then you know you've done
it. Need you all to roll initiative again, please.
17 plus.
Right.
I retaliate.
21.
You've left me.
22.
Do we add?
What did I have? 19 and what?
Add 2, is it?
What was the other one I rolled that you just
God,
picked up?
what's that?
12.
It's such high rolls tonight. Crazy.
12 plus 2. 14.
Yeah. Back to my old self again, Ms. 7.
3.
Oh dear.
25.
7 total.
It didn't last very long. I need to tell the dice again. I am going to get rid of you.
17.
Now, Bryn. 17 for yeah.
18.
Bryn. Alan, you got 18.
Just, yeah. I'm trying to find the game again. Hold on.
Everyone keeps disconnecting. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think whole of Steam bounced because
okay.
all my friends suddenly played something.
Pops on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there must be something.
Right. Okay. So is that everybody's initiative done?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bryn, you got 10. Is that right?
Talking about from last time?
No, I'm on about. Do you supposed to roll initiative?
Oh, no, I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
Nobody clips that password.
6 and 4 is 10. Yeah, ironically, I am a 10.
I wasn't thinking about that. It's been a long day.
I'm sure we'll get away with it. I'll change it for next. Because you just got that.
Did you hear me, Miz? On the
What?
initiative?
10.
Yeah.
Okay, so ironically, it's now you've just been hit. It's your turn, Bryn.
I'm 14.
Oh, fantastic. Come on, Bryn. Fuck that day up.
Yes. I have still my 2 short swords out. So the first one, 19 plus 7 for 26.
Oh, they had 2 attacks each. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it hits.
They have 2
I fucked up. They have multi-attack. I fucked up. Never mind.
6 plus 5.
Damage. Okay.
It's 11 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, they are definitely within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah.
If they were both attacking me.
But you're not using your bow, are you?
It doesn't matter.
It's
Any
not just
weapon
bow.
that
Okay.
can reach. So I'm not using my bonus action. I don't know how the bonus action works because Horde Breaker is something else. Horde Breaker is another attack at an enemy I can see that is within reach of a weapon I used. So it's basically another attack at the other guy, which doesn't hit. It's a 3 plus 7 for 10, and the rest doesn't matter. Well, if it did, it would be 9. Or 4.
Okay. So yeah, you hit one, and yeah, you missed the other one.
I hit the one that hit me. I don't know which it was, but I felt it was the one on my right. It's where the hurt is. Where the pain is.
Well, yeah, actually, are they 5? Well, it's only a 2. It's only a 10-foot wide corridor, I think. So let me just check because this is obviously a representation of it. Just check so I know that they are close to each other. No, it's actually 3 wide. They've only made it 2 on this, so you're in the middle. So they wouldn't actually be 5 foot of each other anyway. So
They won't.
No, because they're either side. So they're 5 foot of you, but there's a 5 foot gap. You're the one in the middle. They're 5 foot and 5 foot. So it's just it's because the room's been made wrong on this.
I was thinking it happened in my head, but obviously the rolls confirmed it didn't happen. Which, sorry, if that didn't happen, then I use my bonus action for my second hand.
Okay.
Which is 12 plus 7. 19. Damages 1. The other one, well, the same one gets another 1 damage. That's all.
1 damage. Okay.
So I don't have
just
bonus
like-
plus.
Swing round after he hits you back. You kind of from the back thing. You just spin around, chop with both daggers, both swords. Sorry, and manage to swing and hit both his arms. Like slice one arm and you slice the other arm. The second hit just kind of glances off as he kind of reacts to the first hit.
From a damaged shoulder.
Marilyn, it's your turn next.
With my movement, can I get within melee range of this guy that my hand is over? Little pink hand.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
The guy that just jumped up on the wall, sorry.
25, yeah, I'd say you could just about get there. Kind of in the doorway.
Okay. What are they wearing?
Clothing.
What armor are they wearing?
They're in the nude.
What's he wearing?
From what you can see, they're wearing studded leather armor.
Okay. I'm going to reach out. This is the first time I've ever done this kind of spell. I'm going to reach out
Reach out and
I'm
touch.
going to cast Shocking Grasp on this guy. The reason I asked what he was wearing is because if he was wearing mail or plate or anything like that, I would have had advantage because it's metal and I'm casting electricity.
And it blows back.
And I'm attacking.
Not that it mattered anyway, it was a natural 20, so
Yeah.
that's going to hurt.
Or
That comes to
just
26 in total
Yeah.
for the attack roll. And so I rolled 7 for the damage, so double that. It's 14 electric damage.
Okay. So as you reach in and just like grab hold of him, this energy electric surges through your hand, pulses straight in through him, and it just feels like it to him like every single vessel in his body has just gone down all the veins and just fills with electric. As he just stands there like glued to your hand as he shakes violently. It's so bad, his jaws like clenched shut as he's. And as you remove your hand away, he just flops straight to the floor dead.
Oh, well, that was efficient.
I turn around. My hero. My hero.
Okay. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
And next up is Thalin.
Can I make it through the door?
You can. I'd say you can probably get into the room. You'd have to go right into it though, and you'd probably provoke an attack of opportunity from the guard within.
Can I?
Can you not just step over me?
Can I hit in around towards the guard side then? Yeah.
Come round to the side, yeah.
And take a swing at him.
Okay, so he's going to swing at you as well.
Yep.
19 plus 4. I think that hits. And 6 plus. Where's it gone? Sorry. 6 plus 2. 8 points of damage. I'm rolling so many 6s.
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. It is ridiculously hot here, and I'm starting to feel a bit squiffy. I'm just going to go and get some water.
Okay, no problem.
14.
It is getting very hot. Are you still? I suppose you're still here.
Oh, no, and I was going to just wait till the end.
666.
We'll finish it in this room anyway.
We're
The
freezing.
number of a red brand.
Any more rooms?
What did you do?
14 and 6, so 20 to hit.
That hits.
And 9 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 9 plus 4, 13.
Nice. I think that actually finishes him off as well. So you come in and after he manages to get a swing off on you, comes down overhead swing boom, straight into like your shoulder blade, and as you do so, you manage to then swing up underneath and just cut through his chest up from under and just almost like slice him in half as he falls back from your blade and slumps dead onto the railings, onto the cage. Sorry, so he's dead as well.
Good job.
I limp over to Rypheus, holding my shoulder, jump up and try to high five him.
I'll just hold my hand down low.
Oh, thanks.
But also hold my and then hold my other shoulder. Yeah.
Everything okay over there, guys? All good? Nothing. I heard a little bit of a few. I heard Bryn screamed like a little girl briefly, but other than that, everything seems okay.
They did again. You missed it.
It was a very butch girl.
You're screaming, but then it suddenly stopped.
Yeah, it was over really fast. But I'm not surprised. We are the Bushwhackers after all.
Just get in here.
I'm coming. You're taking up a lot of space. It's hard to get through the door with you in the way. Move.
Get these out of the way, stupid buddies.
I've got no hand in that pie.
What do we have in? What do we have in here?
So as you all enter the room, you notice the two cells and the two women in the southern cell and the boy on his own as he's still like crying as he kind of looks up. You got them.
Of course we did. We're the Bushwhackers. We're here to rescue all of you. You were perfectly safe with us all here. Don't worry.
Do I recognize any of these people from the town at all?
Yes. Is the answer to that.
Yes.
Of course.
Trying to find their names now. Is it here somewhere? Yes, so you basically you notice that they are the wife of the one that was killed, that has been fed to the Nothic. So these are the Dendras, the mother and her two children, two teenage children.
Can we get them out of these cages? Any doors to?
I'd suggest checking the guards. They might have a key. If not, I'll pick the lock for you.
Excuse me. Do you, ladies, would you happen to know if the guards have a key to open this, or is there a key somewhere else in the building that we need to get?
We barely see the same guards twice. They swap. On rotation, it feels like every hour, but it's hard to tell. Please, get us out of these. They're going to sell us into slavery. These collars are digging our necks.
We'll get you out. Don't worry. We'll get you out. Bryn,
Search the
anything on the
guards.
body? Oh, Joe, did you see anything? Was there a key on the body?
Who was searching the bodies?
Well, I can
Josephine?
search the
Okay,
bodies.
do you want to roll
It's not
investigation?
very desirable for me to touch things like that.
D20.
$11.
You search the bodies.
What am I adding any of these?
It doesn't matter. You search the bodies, you don't find any keys on them, so whoever has the keys are not keeping them on them there.
Okay, no keys. What's this pile of clothing in?
Bryn, are you able to unlock the with your skills? Do you think you can pick the lock on both the cells?
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, well, he goes to pick one lock. I'll pick the other one.
Just
Okay,
in case I went ahead.
Okay, great. Yeah, do that.
Have you both roll with the thieves' tools?
Yeah, got thieves' tools.
24 total.
Nice.
What
Dexterity check.
Okay, dexterity.
And if you're
8.
proficient in thieves' tools, you can add the thieves' tools.
Yeah, 8.
Bonus. Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
Yep.
What did you roll?
And 8 altogether.
You should at least get a +2 for being proficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you rolled a 6.
He's rolled a 6 and he added the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I rolled a 2 plus 4 plus...
Wow.
Oh, yeah, plus 2 is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you start playing with yours, you fail to see the lock kind of opening, but as Bryn does his, you just it takes him a couple of seconds. You just as the lock opens and the padlock falls to the floor, the chains you just hear as the chains rattle and come undone. Are you doing the southern one or the north one, Bryn?
I don't know. I can't tell. I mean,
Well, the ones with
The one with the girls or the one with the boy?
The girls. Oh, the boy was crying, wasn't he?
there's
Where did she grow up?
While
one
all
would
this is
just
while all this is going on, I'm going to just go over to the boy's cage because he's all alone. I'm going to go over there, keep Droop to one side and have the boy on the other and call him over and just comfort him a little bit.
It kind of
Grow a pair.
highly appreciates you looking at hey, he's tugging at this like collar. There's a goblin behind you. It's like a
It's
goblin.
okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. He won't hurt you.
Don't worry, it's a goblin.
Listen, I know. He's promised not to hurt anybody as long as I keep him safe. So he won't hurt you. Besides, he's got this little ring that he really likes, so he won't pay you any attention.
He's still looking at his ring. So the two little girls come sort of. This room's getting very crowded. There's already people in there, but they kind of come out of the cell and say, "Please, get my son out, please. They're going to sell us the person in charge who's a wizard. We don't know who he is, but he could be back any time. The guards change constantly. Please, we need to leave."
Does the name Glass Staff mean anything to you?
We've heard the name around town, but we don't know if that's the same one. We just know that these guys talk about a wizard. He's doing things to stuff outside the room, and we've heard screams. The clothing is like it's come from so many people before us. They've sold so many of us into slavery.
Okay, don't worry. We'll get you out of this. Bryn, do you want to try with the other lock, perhaps?
Retry again.
I'd like to, but you're going to have to wait for me to reboot the tabletop. It just shut down on me.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah.
crashed as
Oh, I
well.
was wondering why I couldn't get in.
Literally everybody's crushed, so we'll just go with it. If you haven't got any real dice, Drake, can you roll again?
Yep.
Or we'll just say you've opened it.
Okay, this time it is 10 plus 4 is 14 plus 2 is 16.
So you unlock the door, take the padlock off, manage to this time do it with a bit of Bryn's help. He's kind of instructing you over your shoulder, telling you how to do it. The padlock falls off. You hear the chain sort of fall to the floor, and the boy comes running out and just like jumps into his mum's arms. She goes, "Oh, thank you. I'm Myrna, by the way. Her husband was taken before us. He stood up to these red brands, and I don't know if you've seen him. I think they killed him, but we were going to get sold. We need to get out of here. I don't want to be another minute in here. Thank you. I don't have anything to offer you as thanks, but please get us out."
We will. We'll get you out. Don't worry. I'm trying to think what the best situation to do this right now would be.
Got one problem.
We need to check that last room.
Two things really quickly. I want to take a look at their collars to see if it's purely mechanical or if it may have something magical to do with it. Make sure they're not trapped or booby-trapped some way. And if I can take those collars off, I will. If not, and it needs a blacksmith, we'll wait till later.
If you want to check for magic on them, I can cast Detect Magic as a ritual, but it will take a little while.
Okay. Do we have any food and water we could give them?
Yes.
Okay. I think we should give them some food and water. They look like they probably could do with something.
That's all right. We can't stay here any longer. I don't think it's safe to just sit here and do. I appreciate the rescue, but we can't possibly just sit here.
We have cleared most of this level.
Yeah.
Level? I don't know how big this place is. They come and go all the time.
We killed everyone.
It's not safe. It's not safe for you to try and get out by yourself. One way it's got traps. Another way it's got an easy way to fall into a crevasse. It's best for you to kind of stay put or stay near us. Yeah. Stay out of the way.
Okay.
I have a plan. Oh, I'd like to do some measurements and maybe have a plan. Can we take the lids of a sarcophagus and slide them over the hole, over the trap in the corridor? And make a walkway for them to walk out? There's food in the room that Nailer dead in for them to eat and rest up. And when Nothic is dead, So they should be able to just walk out, or
Just let you. Sir.
it will take max 5 minutes for somebody to walk them out the front door of a cave.
Do you know what? Do you know that's a good idea? But I've got a very good idea also. If we take them with us, whenever we're in a situation potentially of danger,
We can feed them to the monster.
Yeah, that's great thinking, Bryn. You just say that right in front of a crying child. I do apologize. It's a special case, this one. We bring him along for those moments we need someone like him. I was going to say is I can cast minor illusion and I can make them hide against the wall so nobody will see them. They will be able to be completely invisible, as it were, to anybody that was watching, and I can hang back whilst we deal with whatever potentially is in front of us and keep them safe. You'll be very safe with me, I promise, so long as you do exactly as I say. It's far safer if you come with us. Trust us. We've
I
cleared
want
the
to come
room.
with you. We're not staying here. I'm just saying I don't want to stay in these rooms. The longer we wait, the more chance more things will come.
It's okay. We have the element of surprise. We have the numbers. We just need to make sure that these collars are okay. And as Bryn said, and we will. We just need to take a moment, and then we'll move on. Don't worry. Here, have some food and water.
We asked them, have you heard anything about the collars? Are there anything special about it? The guards talk about it? Or whoever put it on you say anything about the collars?
I think it's just a lock. One of them had the key that he came in and out. He kept the key. It seemed to work. It seemed to work for all of the. I don't know.
Okay, we'll just have to get that from him.
I searched the guards. Do they have keys on them?
Yeah, did we search the guards? I don't remember.
They didn't have any keys.
The guards and they didn't have a key, but you still have a key from before.
Did they have any money on them?
No. Not these
Key that Fallon has.
So the key that Fallon has might try.
Try the iron key.
Skeleton key.
So as you go into you start off with the boys lock first. The key slides in. You manage to unlock it, and the collar comes off. So you carry on and do so, and unlock the other two collars as well. Thank you,
Really nice.
thank you. The little boy goes, I guess. It looks up at you, this big towering sort of orc. His like eyes are watering. His face is red where he's been crying. They smell. Like you notice, like in the backs of the cells, there's just like buckets where they've been going a toilet. They've not been let out for ages, and he's just sort of like, thank you, sir, thank you.
I'll pat him on the head.
Help my mum. She's trying to be brave, but I know she's scared. We all are.
Don't worry. The Bushwhackers are here. It's gonna be fine.
It's a bad name.
I wasn't here when they named ourselves. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but it's fine. We'll roll with it. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Is the boy's name Myrna, or was it the little?
The mum is called Myrna. The two kids are called the boy is called Nars, and the girl is called Nilsa.
Thank you.
Well, unless anyone's got anything particularly to do, I'm cool with like a chill period right now because I'm sweating. I am literally about to melt at the moment. About you guys?
Yeah, we're finishing it up here anyway.
Okay, so you guys carry on. I'm dying.
So it's Nars, Nilsa, and what?
Myrna is the mum's name. Nars is the boy's name, and Nilsa is the girl's name.
Somebody talked over you again. All I got is Nars.
Nars, Nars. The mother is Myrna, Mirna, surname Drendar, Drendar. Girl is Nilsa, Nilsa.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. So yeah, what we'll do is because it is hot and we're near the end anyway, so we're gonna call it a night there. They've pretty much cleared most of this place now, so there's only a little bit for you to to check out, and tabletop went down as well. It didn't go down for me, but for some reason Steam's having a hissy fit, so it's probably a good. It's not like in the heat either, so it's probably a good place to call it before we all faint. So yeah, sorry guys, thanks all for bearing with us.
Tabletop's some overheated.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's freezing
So,
this side.
Really hard.
When we're out. No,
So,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's sweltering.
Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, we are still learning as we go, so it does get a little bit slow in places. We do still trying to understand what the hell we're doing, but I do appreciate you all joining and listening and joining in. If you missed any part of the show, it will be going up on YouTube shortly. It should be up by tomorrow at least. I think I did last week, but I may not have done, so I'll put them both up. I just had a lot on, so we'll make sure they're both on there. So if you want to catch up with any of the past episodes, they're all on our YouTube channel. You can find that by doing !Asylum. Otherwise, so do !Asylum. You can go and follow our YouTube channel. Like I said, you can catch up on the ones on Twitch as well. It's there. But thank you everybody that followed. If you didn't follow, please do hit that follow button. We're here every week on the Friday, so you can carry on and watch our adventures as we learn and hopefully get a bit better. If you wish to come and join and be part of the community, do !Discord, and you can jump on our Discord server. We have a couple of D&D sections there where you can join in the conversation. Anything you want to talk about, feel free to do so. More than happy. We love talking about D&D. We're also big fans of Critical Role, so we'll discuss that there and things like that. So yeah, please head on over and come and join us. Otherwise,
for UK based, and you're going to Comic-Con, and you want, because I know we all know that the Critical Role people will be going. So I think quite a few of us will probably be trying to get to Comic-Con this year.
Stop tormenting me, Madness. I can't go. It's too expensive. And I've been waiting for that to happen for 2 years, and I can't afford it.
Why is it expensive?
Comic-Con.
What's the tickets?
How much is it?
They're about 40 quid, I think.
Right. Okay. Well, I got.
But travel and stay and all that.
Well, it's the London Comic-Con, isn't it? I think.
It's the London. Yeah, I only get.
It's in London.
I'm kind of all right there because my parents live just outside of London, so I just jump on the tube and crash at their house. But that's also that Friday. My sister's getting married, so let's
tell it to change.
Tell it
to change.
Change the wedding date. Yeah.
Something far more important has turned up.
Yeah. Matt
Sorry,
Mercer's,
sis.
Sorry, sis. Matt Mercer's going to be in London. No, just no.
I love you, but there's only one Matt Mercer.
Yeah, and his luscious hair.
Yeah.
If you do it,
how does he I
bribe her with his signature?
Right. We'll continue. We'll contend this off the stream.
What in the world
So
are you
thanks, guys.
complaining about,
Thanks
man?
for joining
He's got a
us.
huge
We're going to
mop on
roll
his
onto
head.
our other screen.
No, but his hair is so like.
Don't forget to give us a follow. Take care. Goodbye.
It says roll on
See
next
you all.
Friday.
Roll on Friday.
Yes, roll on Fridays.